I'm DandelionFunky, the Dandelion Vtuber, and this is Guild Wars 2 with my friend Beartron, and for the last 10 minutes, we've been shooting the shit with Sim, and we were talking about, like, I mentioned about 5 minutes in that, like, 10-minute break, I was like, I'm gonna go grab a bowl of cookies, be right back. And Lisa's like, a bowl? And yeah. Like, so I like to use a bowl when I'm eating cookies. Like, these here are, they are knockoffs of Chips Ahoy. Like, it's the Kroger brand, the Chipmates. They're like $1 cheaper, and in this economy, I'll take what I can get. And they come in like a big family pack, right? So, yeah. They come in a big family pack. So I'm not just gonna like eat straight out of the container. And then also if I do that, as I'm dipping it in milk, it's gonna, like, when you're dipping cookies in milk, there's drip droppage. And the question is, like, in my case, I don't like to do that above the cup because my least favorite thing is like when you're eating it and it starts falling apart from too much like soppage and like you lose. Yeah, it's not.
Oh no, the worst feeling is when you dip it too long and you go to pull the cookie out and yeah, like, you see it about to fall, but it's too late and you have to watch it before your eyes as it falls into the milk.
Yeah, like that Vine where like they had like the my heart will go and come back.
Yeah.
It's like Jack at the edge of the fucking door. Anyway. Or yeah, his name was Jack, right? Jake doesn't feel right. Like Jake feels like if Leonardo DiCaprio played like if he was the love interest, but he also drank Monster and like punched drywall. But yeah, I like I like my cookies to be like just like soaked with milk, just like get in there. But that also makes it like my cookies are usually like a hairbreadth away from like just like falling apart. And like I don't want to lose that piece in my in the milk. I don't want to. And I like, cuz like also that means that there's like just a big chunk sitting on the bottom. And yeah, I'm okay with like you got to get in there and dip your fingies in there. Get nasty with it. But I don't want to have to dip my whole hand in the jar, in the cup. That just like feels
well, cuz you're not supposed to be going fishing in it.
You're only supposed to use your fingers. You're not supposed to put your whole fist in there. Sometimes the cup just isn't ready and it just overflows way too quickly.
Any more than 2 fingers in the milk and nope. Nope, then you're going too far.
Yeah, and maybe only like 1 or 2 fingers. You just don't. I don't know. Like maybe like when I'm dipping the cookie, I'm using all 5. But
all I can hear in my head now is Monty Python. 3 is the number you shall have. No more, no less. The number shall be exactly 3.
Is that why 3 is the number of man in the Bible?
For 3 fingers?
Yeah. That is why on the 7th day God
I would hope
rested.
not.
That's why on the 7th day God rested. No work on the Sabbath. But yeah. we killed him. We used too many fingers. All right, so
I'm just gonna leave my character to keep sobbing after that one.
Why am I walking? How do I? What did I do?
My feet are on the wrong feet.
Yeah, because I'm stuck in walk mode. There's a button that I forgot. There we go. I accidentally, like, if you put Shift W, that puts it in walk mode, and that's really good for, like, role players. Because it's a really great communicator to people that like, yeah, I'm role playing right now.
Okay, yeah, that's fair because nobody else would just be casually walking.
Yeah, on a catwalk. But yeah, so I usually have like a bowl to have my cookies in and to have like the milk dribble. That way, when the cookie falls apart, it goes somewhere I can grab it. Also, it's keeping the milk dribble contained so it's not like everywhere. You know?
Pew pew.
Cake!
Behold the firework.
I like how the Japanese word for cake is keiki. Keiki. Keiki tabeyoka. Yeah. I realized that I brought a glass of milk here, but like, I'm probably gonna get caught up in the game and then try to drink it and it's gonna be all sad and lukewarm. Num num. Alright, so we gotta make some good soup today. I forgot how.
Oh yeah, we were doing some. Weren't we doing the elixir quest or something?
Mm-hmm. Apparently, it's like a. I think it's actually like a world event, sort of thing, and it's like, once you start the process of cooking the elixir, like you have to cook it within like the next like 24 hours. So that's why we stopped like right where we did. Yeah, can't leave the yeah. Can't leave the area, yeah. So.
Age no longer affects us dwarves. You no longer.
Yep, sorry, I'm
So you get smoother instead of wrinkling.
Yeah, Bitter Frost Frontier, yes. Yeah. So we were at this spot that was like a big old spiral.
Huh. That's not the right place. Oh yeah, we were way over here. I think this is the closest waypoint.
Yep.
Or, you know, I could just look at the screen and realize it's already in the chat. Oops.
It's almost like since DandelionFunky's been on Adderall, she's got her shit together for once. Maybe I shouldn't be like, should I be even advertising, hey guys, I'm on Adderall. That's I have ADHD. I mean,
you're using it for medical reasons, not because I'm a college kid who wants to study hard.
Yeah, I had someone, you know, I had someone tell me, like, out of pocket, like, I was like, they were like, yeah, I took some Adderall just to do my taxes last week, and I'm like, you know what I mean? It's just, what?
I mean, yeah, if somebody does that on like the rare one-off occasion, like it's still not good for your body, but like it's more of a thing if you don't want to be doing that all the time. Like if your body doesn't need it, then it's not really, it's like, I guess it's kind of like glasses for people who don't need glasses. Like it's not, in the long term, it's just going to mess up your body.
I guess, like, in my opinion, like, people who use it when they don't need it make it harder for the people who do really need it to get it, because it's people who abuse it that make it so that the laws become stricter for the people who actually do need it. Because there's a lot of, like, ADHD medication, like, the stimulant ones are a controlled substance already. And then on top of that, like, there are countries that a lot of the stimulant medications are straight up illegal because of the potential that people could have for it to be abused. Like in Japan, even if I had like a American prescription or whatever, if I'm caught with Adderall if I was caught with Adderall in Japan, that is 10 years of prison, no question.
Even if it's for medical purposes?
Yeah. The only medication for ADHD that is allowed is the non-stimulant medication. So that's like, there's like 3 different non-stimulant ADHD medications. That's Strattera, guanfacine, and I believe one more, but I can't remember. I believe guanfacine is also called Wellbutrin. It is also an antidepressant as well. And Strattera didn't really work for me as well either, and it caused my already bad GERD to get worse because Strattera can cause acid reflux, and it's already something I have a problem with and I have to take meds for. So having something that actually made my voice gravelly, have like a gravel to it all the time, like that's not good, especially someone who uses my voice as much as I do. You know, I'm a streamer and I sing, you know, I'm a musician, that shit don't fly.
Right.
So just kind of where. Okay, I think we need to get to the Dragon's Teeth Hot Springs.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do is like cause like any kind of vocal cord damage or even risk vocal cord damage.
Yeah. At that point, I didn't know that Adderall would work for me. When I had the revelation that I was going to have to go off of Strattera, at that point, I was struggling so badly with my ADHD that, like, I started crying, and I actually, like, it was a good thing that my aunt called right at that time, because I was, like, I was sobbing and wishing to take a one-way train off the planet, so to speak. Where am I? I am all by myself, and there's like a lot of wolves here.
I thought you were right next to me a second ago.
I think my raptor died. Oh god, you didn't. Thank you. One of the things that I struggled a lot with pre ADHD medication is struggling against executive dysfunction, like having dreams that are so big in my heart, but then having executive dysfunction so badly that I could scarcely touch them. And that drove me into periods of intense sadness and anger at myself. Just absolute anguish. It was like the dream equivalent of having $100 in your pocket, but the pockets are sewn shut. Your pockets are burning, but you can't touch them. You can't get the money out. That's how I felt. No. Okay, I'm in the swirly. Or not in the swirly. I am near the also debit card. The debit card was also sewn into my pockets. Tear those pockets open. Sometimes, like, the thing is that, like, that's the thing about executive dysfunction. Like, I was doing, like, Pomodoro stuff. Like, every step weighs the same, and it is all incredibly heavy without the aid of, like, that's the thing. It's the...
Well, that's the thing with executive dysfunction is the first step is the heaviest one.
Well, no, it's...
If you can take one, usually you can do the rest. It's just getting that first one, too. But, yeah.
I think
but it continues to be difficult.
The people, because, like, for me, it was every step was incredibly difficult, and it felt like a flexed muscle to maintain a task, to the point where there would be many a time where I finally got myself to sit at my writing desk, and then by the time like 20 minutes have passed and I'm like burnt out from just the concept of sitting in that chair, but yet I hadn't written anything. Just getting myself there burnt myself out, and it was just agony. And look,
there's a trick now that I'm trying to work on that I saw in this video.
Is it
just
Pomodoro?
Because we're on this topic? No, it's called the 2-minute rule. The idea is that like the video actually was really cool. It was about like how do you pick up like an old video game that you haven't played for 2 years and you're halfway done and you just don't want to get back into. And like the idea was really cool. It was like just do it for 2 minutes, whatever it is. Just do it for 2 minutes. Versus like the idea of being stuck doing it. Like,
where are you, by the way?
Apparently not where you guys are now.
No, we went on the map. We're in the swirly. That's
Swirly?
not helpful, is it? Okay, open up the map. There's like that area
helpful.
that's green with like a swirl. Dragon's Teeth Hot Springs. That's where we are. I thought that's where we needed to
Oh, yeah, the swirly. Yep. Which
But
don't we
yeah.
have to play hop between the things to get to?
I have no idea. I'm just staring at this biblically accurate snowstorm.
Be not afraid of the snowstorm.
Elsa looks really different these days. Let it go. Let it go. Maybe
How
we
was
should
that
give her like
helpful?
a let it go. Let it go.
Goth Elsa.
Yeah, this is Frozen 3. You know. One of these days I want to do like a cover of a Frozen Heart. I guess minor spoilers for the future. I want to do like a cold and winter air and mountain rain combining this icy road, you know, something like that. So cut through the heart, cold and clear, strike for love and strike for fear. See the beauty sharp and sheer.
Okay, now I'm going the right way. Yep, you just ran towards me and I just... Alright, cool.
Break the ice apart and break the frozen heart. Yeah, something like that would be cool. I don't know if Beartron was able to hear that at all, because usually Discord blocks any singing of mine, because...
most of it carried.
Yeah, like, basically Discord's like entire thing is that like, opera singing is like in the same quadrant of like a little prepubescent boy screaming because he lost the game. It's high enough and the volume is high enough that like the frequency is just like, nope, we're not letting that go by.
The squeakers.
The squeakers. Can't wait to fight the thing in the middle.
I will say though, you know, so like the online gaming community didn't really take off until, you know, we were older, but
What? Quaggan is not dead? Thank you.
I hate Quaggan so much.
What? Be the same. Quaggan is not dead?
but you love Quaggan.
I can't. These dumbasses.
The controlled rage. Rage against the Quaggan.
They're dumb, but not in the fun way. Like, the Skrit are hilarious. The Skrit are wonderful, where the Quaggan, they're just supposed to be kind of like, they're just supposed to be kind of dopey, in a way that very much feels to me like I'm supposed to be an adorable mascot and you're supposed to love me for marketing purposes. I think I already got the chest, so this is just going to be fan service. Hey everybody, look at my underwear. Yay.
I don't know if I got it or not.
Yep. I don't know. I think you did, because remember that one time you got, last time we streamed, you got trapped.
Was it
Oh,
daily?
it's a daily? Okay.
Oh.
Bounce again.
Well, then don't mind if I do glitch through the wall for you.
Yay. This water looks
So,
really
low-key,
nice.
this is probably terrible, but I am enjoying the hell out of all the Bethesda glitches in the new Oblivion game.
I haven't
Like,
bought.
the fact that it's so reminiscent with all the bugs of the original that it's great.
I would like to play Oblivion. Although right now I'm saving my money because one of my favorite video games of all time is getting a sequel coming up. I'm really excited. Kathy Rain is getting a sequel that's coming out on the 20th. So I will be streaming that soon. Do you think I should stream Kathy Rain in like prep? I mean, I don't know.
I think it would be kind of cool, like, to go from one and then you just go to the next one. But
Yeah.
that's up to you how you would want to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's your game.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing like Mystery Game Monday. Because mystery games is like one of the more prominent things that I play on like my off hours. Like on my Steam, you know how you can like categorize stuff and make lists? I've got like a mystery game genre section, and I've got a sci-fi, I've got a fantasy, and I've got a horror genre section. I did that because like pre-Adderall, like I could never remember, like people with ADHD struggle with object permanence. And so for me, like very much if something's not visible, then like it's gone. Which, yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that. It's one of those things where it blends in and you just forget.
Well, for me, it's like it never existed.
And it's like, okay, it doesn't exist now.
Yeah, it is just gone. I actually, I was at the mall, like, okay, so for pretense, so I have no idea what we're supposed to do. Can anybody be Walter White and teach me how to cook? Like, it says cook elixir. How? But yeah, a fun thing about having bipolar disorder is even though I take medication and most of the time I am stable, a traumatic or stressful enough event can occur that can cause a flare-up. So, I have a recital that's coming up, and it's the first time I'm getting paid to sing somewhere. And so for the past like week and a half, I let myself think too hard about it, and I stressed myself out. Oopsies. So I've just been not really in a great mental state to stream.
Protected.
Very delicious.
So that's why I didn't stream the past couple weeks. It's just I've been really like yeah, we're at cook the elixir stage. Thank you. For myself first. Thank you. I want to do right by you guys, and like sometimes it's just like I feel like it's like I'm not gonna be good enough sort of feeling, and that's not exactly the best mindset. It's just like I'm not gonna be entertaining enough the way I am. I'm a mess. Never do right by me, you abuse me constantly. It's not my fault that you don't like cookies with 5 fingers. Wait, that sounds weird.
That's cookies with a fist.
Well, yeah, sometimes you just gotta get in there. Like, wait, are you... Like, cause like, you have 4 fingers on one side of the cookie and then a thumb on the other side. It's like holding it firm so that no piece can crumble off.
It'll still crumble.
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I have cookies here. Hey, wasn't this dude here last time?
Pretty sure this. I think I remember him being here before.
Oh, well, if he's here a second time, if it's the same guy,
Whistleberries,
hi!
but like, oh.
I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. He's welcome anyway.
I'm supposed to.
12 winter berries. Do I... Login with Timey's voice. Please, no. Okay, so 12 winter berries.
And we have to farm the map.
We have to murder.
Oops, hold on.
Yeah.
Oops.
If you're not in like the right headspace to stream.
Well, it didn't help
I
that,
completely
like,
understand.
so the pieces that I have to sing, like, I knew like on the April 26th or like whatever, or a little bit before that I was going to have to sing a couple of pieces, and I already made the executive decision that since I was doing 2 of my own choice and 2 by this person, that that the ones that I'm picking for myself should be ones that I already know really well, and that we've already covered in singing lessons. So, anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, so for April, the beginning of April, like, the dude didn't know which one of his pieces he wanted me to sing. And then, mid-April, I was like, it's fine. I have until May. And then it connected, wait, early May. April's almost over. It's April 26th. Fuck. Fuck. And so, the thing is that, like, I'm singing original pieces composed by this dude. And I had some recordings that he did, but, like, one of them was a duet version, which I'm not singing a duet version. And we're going to be singing that song in a different key. And then the other song was like, he didn't like the way that the girl sang it. So I almost felt like, but the thing is, he said he didn't like it, but I listened to it and it made me intimidated because she sang it really well. It's sung in a different way than I would sing it, because, like, I have a different voice type. She's got, like, a very chest, like, from the chest, modern Broadway sound. And I think, like, since he intentionally writes his pieces in, like, a 40s, 50s, like, Rodgers and Hammerstein, Broadway style. Like the musicals of the time. Like, you remember those old, like, musicals that I used to show you with, like, Gene Kelly as the lead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the top? What? What? I am the top? What do you mean? It's the song.
Oh, it's a song from. Gotcha.
Yeah, like I really love Gene Kelly. So like, oh, and I also really liked when I was younger. I used to watch this one film called State Fair. The 40s one. There was a remake that was later, but like when I was a little girl, I wanted to grow up and look like the lead performer of State Fair. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna take you on this journey. I'm going to show you guys. Well, at least if I wasn't gonna get like killed by mushrooms, I would be like, let me show you the lead person in State Fair. Hold on, let me. Why do I have a bomb?
Anyways.
Let me show you. Let me show you State Fair. I think it's the 1945 one that I'm like, yeah, here she is. I wanted to look like her. Yeah. Also, yeah, like State. Yeah, I think it's the 1945 one because they had another one that they made in like the 60s, I think. But yeah, see, look at how beautiful she is. I wanted to look like that. You know? The one thing that I didn't like, she had like, as far as I'm concerned, she had like no chemistry with her like male lead, in my opinion. She had an unfortunate amount of chemistry with the guy who's supposed to be her brother.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. And his whole thing, his whole subplot of the State Fair is him basically almost, if not cheating. He has a girlfriend and she can't come with him to the fair, so he ends up cheating on his girlfriend with this person, who's a woman who like is part of the fair, who like is like a musician for the State Fair. But yeah, the plot of the film is about like, it's this family who they compete. They're like farmers, and they compete in like the State Fair. That's like something that they do all the time, annually. The dad has like a pig that he brings up, and the mom makes she oh, what it is, like food. I'm trying to remember exactly what it is. She has mincemeat and pickles, and then the girl, she's pretty. And the guy here is like a reporter who like is tasked with coming up to like he's supposed to be, I think, like writing about like the sports stuff, but he starts writing about the stuff involved with like the things that her family is competing in because he likes her. Yeah. Oh, I used to love this dress right here that she's wearing. I loved all of the like dresses that she would wear, like this one here, you know, like they're just so beautiful. And then like this piece, this is the outfit that she's wearing in like her I Want song. I'm as jumpy as a puppet on a string, you know. And then I've thought about singing this song at open karaoke, but it's got like, I guess like maybe I should just own it. I think I'll just own it. But like it's got a line that hasn't aged well. And like as a straight person, I feel like I almost don't have the right to sing it. But I feel so gay in a melancholy way. you know. Cause the song is basically just her feeling like everything's like boring and beige and ordinary, and she wants something different. And it's very much also talking about like the expected sort of life that she's had as like a farmer's daughter. And she ends up like, spoilers, she gets together with the reporter dude. And because of the era that it was made in, that counts as like adventure. You've have adventure, you have a man. Oh, I'm dead. You have a man now. You know. Yay, I'm dead.
That's not good.
I died while I was talking about State Fair.
Hang on, I'm right next to you.
I was so bit. Sorry. I'll just teleport. I'll just teleport to you. But yeah,
So
I used to. Yeah, where should I be heading? Should I head up to the mountains and get more?
Do I need egg? Egg?
I think I still have egg.
I need 6 eggs.
That's too expensive. There must be more than this provincial life.
Yeah, just become a housewife to a bunch of furniture.
You know, she had to be disappointed though. After the beast turned into like this like skinny dude with like no facial hair.
I genuinely
like that's not what she signed up for.
The beast is actually one of my favorite designs for princes, and that really does show like the difference. Like, motherfucker, he's got long, beautiful hair, and he looks like a Renaissance painting. Like, okay, so I don't think he was animated super well, but if you look at the way he looks in like the portraits, like, oh, he's a beautiful, beautiful man. I think the thing is that like they really should have kept his adorkable tendencies to make it,
instead of being like, I'm a prince now and I'm elegant. Like, there are these pictures that people have made where they've like drawn his human form doing the like expressions and stuff as the beast, and it sells it that much more, and it's much more endearing. I think they should have had him like trip and be like a little bit of a dork instead of like, oh, Disney prince time. You know what I mean?
But he's the Disney prince.
he needed like to look like that, but have like a little bit of like Milo in him. Like let my men be dorks. Let them be dorks. Yes.
But that wasn't the Disney trope for princes at the time.
I don't care. Dorkify my man. Get like
they're afraid.
Give him glasses.
I almost said something terrible.
What are you?
They're afraid that they're gonna trip over the cement mixer of like a female personality that they used to put in those, where half the time there was so much they could have done with the female characters and just chose to.
Yeah, or
and
like,
it was a shame.
There's one thing about like the newer CGI stuff that like kind of gets on my nerves, and it's kind of reached a boiling point where like a lot of the characters kind of move the same to communicate things. Oh, hello, Levanthin.
I press.
When you say that, like I can't help but think,
I press buttons. I press buttons.
Pull the lever, Ron.
And yeah, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I'm a broke ass bitch. Bitch. I'm a broke ass bitch. Anyway,
Go now, girl.
all right, where am I going? Okay, I have 3 eggs. In this economy, I'm doing really well.
That's like $50 in this economy.
Yeah, 3 eggs. It really is. That's too expensive.
We really shouldn't be relating to like French peasants.
But the fact that I literally go down the grocery looking at egg prices trying to decide which ones to grab, and that's my reaction to 3/4 of them. That's too expensive, and I just keep going.
You know, friend, like Navy cousin, when he came to visit, we had went to the store and he did see like the egg prices at Walmart. He's like,
they're that high? You know, because he's like, they're that high? Because it was, because I guess like in Japan, eggs are in fact not $5 a carton. And I was like, yeah, the economy's been shit.
That's because Japan knows how to run their country.
yeah, that tends to happen. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just kind of, once again, I'm running around with my thumb up my ass.
Oh, there's an icebound chest.
You? Okay, onward! 2 liter! To Sim! Where are you, Sim? I don't know why I was getting ready to run when we could teleport, but... Whoops! Wrong button! Wrong button! I accidentally pressed a scene. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's... Everything's fine! I didn't fuck up! Again.
And I don't know why I'm choosing to do this the long way, other than like, he's right there.
Oh, that was.
Oh, did you teleport?
At least I have a glider this time. You didn't get me this time. I glide more than the average bear.
I'm just picturing like an actual bear, like. Dun, 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 dun.
Do you know how terrifying that would be if like bears actually could glide like gliding squirrels?
It's a special talent that was only gained by the cocaine bear. I don't know why, but this is conjuring like my YouTube poop of a brain is like conjuring up that vine. I still haven't found my berry. I found it. Have you seen my berries?
Alright, I have this person that I need to pick out. You gotta. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to
Pew pew.
disagree?
Oh, thanks for catching that one. I just saw it go across.
Yeah, travel the world and the 7 seas. You get sweat from killing.
Okay, that is low-key one of my favorite songs, though. And I like all the different revisions of it.
Did
like
you?
every cover.
I didn't know it was sung by a woman until like the last year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the original one.
Yeah, when I would hear it on the radio, I just assumed it was sung by a dude. She's got like a very, like, it's not like super deep, but it's like on that line where like some rock men, like some glam rock men will sing in that pitch.
Like,
Okay,
like,
but I legit loved her outfit in that because it's giving, like, what is it? I forgot what I was gonna say.
Androgynous?
It's giving 80s lesbian, but make it fashion.
Yeah, like it definitely has that vibe to it.
And I love the detail that like they, like basically, you know that scene where they were like he's playing one of the guys is playing their instrument in a cow field, and they're just treating it with utmost professionalism. That was apparently the executives put them there in an effort to like try to fuck them up, to like be like, no, we're not helping you. We don't want this to succeed. Film in a cow field, you fuck. And they totally just like owned it. I think that's incredible.
Oh, yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, they made this thing like, yeah, we meant to do that. They made it work. Like it works in like a really interesting, like avant-garde kind of way.
Fast as the wind.
But yeah,
Here,
that song
find out
was,
it's because they had to get creative.
Yeah, that was one of the, every Friday when I worked that job that I hated, the radio had, like, the last hour of the workday would be, 80s classics. And I loved that hour because it was a beautiful reprieve from all of the stuff that I would have to listen to. Because as I've said, it was a channel where it was a generic 80s to now, but I was trapped listening to the same handful of songs every day, a minimum of 3 times a day. And yeah, most of them, I got to the point where if I was outside of work and I heard those songs, like Kill Bill sirens would just like play in my head. It was like the equivalent of like sleeper, like a sleeper code to just 100 in rage. The equivalent of like listening, like, there's not a lot of things that can give me that level of irritation. And ironically, the only thing I can explain, like sort of similar, is another music thing. When I have my headphones in, listening to music on my phone while I'm cooking, and I get really into the music, and then right at the like pinnacle, my headphone cord gets caught on like a doorknob, and then like my earphones get yanked out. That's so annoying.
And it just ruins it.
Yeah, it ruins it. Like, I know that like that definitely makes me feel like a little. Does that make me come across old because I don't have AirPods or like Bluetooth headphones? I don't want to have to charge my headphones. I want corded headphones. I feel like they sound better. Yeah, I have 3 eggshells from the last time we streamed. I don't know where my winter berries went.
I should have enough in our berries.
Yeah, because we didn't do anything.
Wait a minute, how is... Mine progressed. How did yours not progress? I am very confused.
Mine says cook the elixir, but in my inventory, I don't have the winter berries there. You know what? Winter berries, I think, actually go into your bank, and so... Yeah. Whoops. Dang it.
Not have hit those buttons, or I could just give you some.
I think
Crap.
I'll have to go open up my bank and get my winter berries out.
That might have been where my trouble was, because they were in my bank. It wasn't progressing to let me cook anything.
Oh.
Because did you already cook it?
Somehow, either I'm not sure exactly what happened, or if Sim cooked it and I was just close enough that it counted.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
think that I
it
didn't
moved on.
have the stuff. 'Cause it wasn't on me. Yeah, I'm just partaking in murder at this point. It's just having a happy little murder. I've started listening.
All right,
to
well, let
true-
me help you gather. What do you still need?
Oh yeah, need to bring materials to the hot spring. I need. Is there a bank at that like main hub?
I am not sure.
As long as you have each. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got them all. I just was depositing them in the bank. And again, hi, Levantin. Welcome to the stream. Egg!
Yes, welcome.
How much
I know
do you
you've
think
been
this
here a
egg would
second.
sell in American
It's-
economy? I think this would be like a $20 egg. Okay.
You know, if the price keeps going up, we're gonna have the egg games instead of the squid games.
That
You
sounds,
could win 5,000 eggs.
That sounds. You know what? The egg games sounds like like
Ice breed must be stopped.
a battle royale in which women are competing
Fast
for
as
like
the wind.
ovary eggs. Where they're like competing for their right to have a baby. Like in some sort of like post-dystopian
Please
world.
don't give Project 2025 any ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm coming up with a dystopian book in my head right now. Just like, I shouldn't... Secret. Secrets.
I don't know. Dystopian jokes are great right now.
Well, I mean... I have to laugh or else I'll cry. My nose has been super runny. Like, I've been fretting about so many different things in regards to, like... my recital. I even like went to the store and bought like a bottle of zinc tablets to boost my immune system because I was like, I don't want to get sick. My nose is running and I've had a headache off and on. I can't get sick. Just completely. I just like my mental state this weekend was like I wanted to just put my head between my ankles and cry. It's fine. I know I'll do great, but just the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, Alright, I'm gonna stop by like the big area and see if they've got a bank in there so that I can get my berries. Do you think it would be really funny if Sylvari can choose what their gender is, so they can potentially choose like what their genitals look like, right? Because it's homegrown and organic. So it would be kind of funny if like a Sylvari chose to have like literal berries. Do you like my raspberry testicles?
But do they dingle?
Dingle, 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 dangle.
Dingleberries.
Ooh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding ding dong. That song
Oh
is
wait, you're on top of the thing somehow.
Yeah, I went.
Right now
I
we
went
can
up
get
the
up there.
stairs. I went upstairs and through the hole.
Stairs?
Oh, there's stairs.
Why would I use the
Oh,
stairs?
Alright, where are my berries? There we are. Yeah, I got 44 berries. Do you think I have 55 berries. Do you think I have enough berries?
Do you think like really fancy or like bougie
I think you need more
Sylvari, they
berries.
have like grapes?
Like really like
I grabbed these in Italy. Do you like my Italian bred grapes? And he's got like vineyard peen.
I don't know what that means.
Would you have
wine? What would you wine and dine?
I'm gonna say somewhere in there is a cheese and wine joke, and I am staying away.
Oh, smegma!
Jeez.
Call that man a charcuterie board because he is stacked.
He has a charcuterie board of a penis. I mean, it is true because his pelvis could be like the board, and then like he's got the dingle dangle and the schmingles and the smegma. Yeah. Full course meal. Do Do you think, like, since they can, like, regrow stuff, that, like, edible penis is, like, edible genitals is, like, a total thing in, like, Sylvari culture? Like, literally
I would
eating
think
them
they
out.
still feel pain, so probably not.
That implies that haircuts are, like, bad, too, though. Are haircuts painful?
I mean, we don't have nerves in our hair, but we do have nerves near the hair follicle. If you pull someone's hair out, like, it's uncomfortable.
That's true. Whee! Right, so we need to head to the...
Don't ask me how I know.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming you got... Never mind. I don't want to, like, I'm walking away from this conversation. Mentally, I'm walking away. Alright, so, we go to the Swirly. Lita, do we go to the... Oh, there's an ad. Do we go to Swirly? I'm all egged and buried. Oh, you can hear, you know, I didn't know the ad says starting soon. I don't know. Where am I going? Hey, this is...
Yeah, I've got a lot of suet. I don't know if I have the heat stone. I think I do, because we had all the things prior. I don't know why I didn't have that anymore, but maybe they
Yeah, I've got it. But yeah, zinc is supposed to be real good for the immune system, so I've been taking that every day.
Yeah, zinc, vitamin C is good for your immune system.
What? Dragon is not dead? Thank you.
Whee! How do I...
Dragon is not dead?
How do I cook the elixir?
You.
So it still just says cook elixir. Bubble, bubble. Bubble, bubble.
That's easy. You gotta do the cooking by the book.
You gotta do the cooking by the book. If the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book. You know you can't be lazy. Never use a messy recipe. The cake will end up crazy if you do the cooking by the book. Then you'll have... I'll break it down, bitch! Let me see you back it off. Put that ass down. Don't put that motherfucker up. That, to me, is where the cook happens. Okay. So we pass the shrooms. Oh, yeah, this looks cooking. This looks where...
Oh, that was the blister cauldron. See, I didn't even realize that. I just went over to that area and auto progressed.
Oh, I hadn't been there yet.
I didn't know that. That's how I auto progressed it, I guess.
This small pool of extremely hot water will work nicely for preparing an elixir. I've got everything I need. Time to make an elixir. We have to cook, Jesse.
I wish this stuff smelled better.
Commander, you busy?
Only if you count fighting Svanir and Ice.
Okay, now I should be with everyone.
Oh, just another day on the job, huh? Well, I wanted to know whether you'd had any luck finding an altered minion.
All the ones I'm seeing are normal, but I have a
Progression.
lead. I'm working on getting to where it is.
Progression.
If I were a supposing kind of genius, which I am, I'd suppose that Primordus must have soaked up more mortar moth energy. Maybe proximity matters, and since Jormag's so far away, it didn't receive as much Morty juice.
Makes sense. That would explain why I'm not seeing the altered
I
yet.
am torn between iced coffee or chocolate.
Try not to get killed in the process.
But I'm
okay?
gonna have to get
I
something
miss my little socks. Bye-bye.
after
Over
this to
awesome.
deal with the spice.
Did you say iced coffee or chocolate?
Or iced coffee or chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk. I have chocolate milk over here.
I mean, not currently with me, but like in the fridge. I couldn't remember where Kroger generic brand milk chocolate milk was on my like ranking, so I decided to get it.
I always thought theirs was alright.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Like, cause like my go-to was like Borden's chocolate milk is like what I think is like the best. But on the same token, like, it was lately, like ever since I started, like, I don't know whether I should be going into detail about like all the meds I'm on, but like, ever since I've been on metformin, like, it makes, when I was trying to have that chocolate milk, it was like too rich and it made me feel sick. You know, because it's just too good. You know?
I gotcha. Yeah, because it's good, but it is very rich.
Yeah, because it's like that whole milk.
Oh, I see. I think.
Yeah, you left me behind. I'm all alone. What is the longest time? Are you dead? There is a dead person.
I am not dead.
I saw a dead person. The bitter cold discovered. I don't know where you guys are.
Peppercorn.
Okay, you guys are behind me. At least one of you is behind me. Sim is behind me. I have found where we need to go. There's like a crack between the mountains.
You must go into the crack, Beartron. You gotta go full in.
All in?
Yep, you gotta all in that crack.
All in.
10 toes. I've heard that
How is it
phrase in like a
public?
lot of R&B music where they're going 10 toes in.
10 toes with you.
So I'm assuming that's like ride or die.
I'm 10 toes with you.
Like you're putting, like you're jumping in, right?
I assume, yeah, it's supposed to be a reference to getting into a fight.
Fight? I thought it was
I
just
don't-
like
I don't
ride
know.
or die.
Yeah, it could be.
Like
Could be either.
like that level of commitment. Oh, look, biblically accurate story.
Oh, we're going up this way. Okay.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Crazy. That feels better.
There's like a big, like, Elsa's here again. Biblically accurate Elsa.
Let it go.
Yeah. Speaking of let it go, I'm dead. Elsa murdered me.
No, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oops.
The Twister. Aw, man. I'm just... Oh, okay. Ooh. Yeah, it was like, I just had like a like I was underneath the ice brewed code and so my window was like 99% ass. Literal ass. As in a booty. Oh, hello, Beartron.
Oh, there's the crevice.
Yep.
Hello.
I died in the crack. I died how I lived.
Crack kills. That's probably a very insensitive joke to make on stream now that I say that.
I think we've made worse. I think I've helmed. Well, not like I think I've helmed worse. No, I mean like I think I've. We are on the scale of like toddler to rabies. We're pretty feral here. On the we're
Not
very-
rabies.
You know.
Some days you just foam at the mouth.
Yeah, things are good froth at the mouth day. Maybe I should just go get some like those foaming tablets. Sim said we need to head. That's why we had to get to the crack, because we needed to head the crack. Head in the crack.
Yay.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, hang on.
There are toys.
Why can you go through, but I can't go through? What is this?
We have find a way to melt the waterfall. So, we have a waterfall to melt, and Lita does not because they've done this before, is what I'm assuming. I have that Lazy Town Cake song stuck in my head. Oh, okay. Gotta go up.
Yep. Up.
Yay, uppies! Oh, probably go through the cave, right? First, we have to kill everyone.
You know,
Whoa.
speaking of which,
That got very violent very quickly.
Yay!
but yeah,
There is a cave here.
Yep. I've been watching a lot more true crime again. I found some more shows on Tubi.
I love true crime.
If you want, we can watch some tomorrow. There's, I've been watching an Australian one that I found. It feels very much like Forensic Files, which is like my preference. Although I don't like how it seems to focus, I think that there's a little bit too much focus on the killers themselves, weirdly enough. Like, I don't like it when they show too much of the killer, because I don't think they deserve attention in any way for what they did. So, like, they don't go too much into where it's like, blah blah, the killer, he was so evil, blah blah blah. But they do show a lot of, like, the films of the scene where he's getting interviewed, and then also show the killers where they're like talking about I killed them there, and like that sort of thing. I don't like that. Although I prefer that. I'm glad that they don't have what some true crime ones do. We need to, that was like a,
It's probably gonna trigger a cutscene. That's why I didn't hit it yet.
Yeah, it made a hole. But yeah, I don't like the ones where like the killer is interviewed. Like there are some shows that they'll like have the killer come out of they'll bring the killer out of prison to like interview them. The instance is right here.
I know, but there's a mastery point in here.
Okay. I will touch it.
Yeah, I don't like the ones where they go and grab the killer out of prison to like let him be interviewed on camera. Those are the ones that I really don't like. You know what I mean? Where they're like, where they get to tell, like, because they don't deserve that level of attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I feel like in some of them, they do give, like, the criminals a little too much freedom, and it's like, okay, they're clearly, like, doing this to show off, and, like, if that's going to be their tone of it, then why even use what they have to say?
Well, yeah, I think that, like, but basically when the killers have an avenue to get too much attention, it encourages other killers who haven't been caught yet to do more crimes, because they also want that attention. There are some killers
I
who
don't
are
know
like
if it
that.
necessarily does that, but, like, I mean, it's not a good thing to do.
Well, that's why in America, like, that's why we don't nickname criminals anymore, or like really nickname serial killers, like Billy the Kid or whatever, because during that time, during like the Wild West, those nicknames actually did encourage a lot of other criminals to start doing activities.
Well, yeah, because it became a thing of if you're going to, you know, be
like
on the edge of the
fame.
law, then you want to make a name for yourself doing it.
Right, it was like a fame thing. And I was just like,
Yeah.
no, I don't want
Get their sky stick.
Yeah, like save me from platforming, please. I don't like doing it. There's a reason why I've never streamed well, I've streamed a platforming game a couple times. I had a concussion once and I wasn't really supposed to be doing anything. I hated that. I wasn't supposed to be reading or really doing anything that required I wasn't they told me explicitly that I wasn't supposed to think very hard. I was supposed to be sitting in the dark, resting, with like minimal thoughts for like a couple of weeks. You there? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, did you see my lizard? My lizard.
The lizard.
My lizard. Yeah. By reaching this point in Bitterfrost Frontier, you've demonstrated your mastery. Commune with this place of power. Since I don't have as many opportunities to read as
British. I think I'll start reading what little I can in the accent. I have a can of root beer here that I'm drinking.
As you're saying, are you gonna warp? I'm mid warp. Perfect timing.
Don't forget these are XP.
Oh yeah, they are.
Must consume orb.
You know, it would probably be really bad if someone ate an Orby.
An Orby?
An Orby.
They're not good for you, but like
Or-
one won't kill you.
The forbidden boba. Well, I mean, because it absorbs
but, like-
moisture. It gets bigger with moisture. It might get
Yeah,
stuck.
like if a kid gets into the Orbeez, you have to have, or a dog or an animal, you have to have their stomach pumped or they could die.
Yeah, I saw a thing about that where the dog ate some Orbeez and it was awful. The poor thing
Yeah,
looked
it's
very
really bad
sick.
for dogs.
It was the saddest. Like, you know those like rabbit poop toys? The ones that like poop jelly beans? It was like that, but depressing. Poop. It would be cool if poop brought joy. But it doesn't. I think though, if like we pooped even if we pooped things that would
I don't
bring
know.
joy-
When you poop and you lose 2 pounds, sometimes it does bring joy.
Have you ever weighed yourself after a shit?
I've never weighed myself before and after just to be like, how many pounds am I gonna lose?
I have. I think I lost like half a pound. I just wanted to know. I wanted that knowledge. It wasn't even me being like, yeah, I did a big shit. No, it was just me being like, how much was that? How much did I lose today? I was curious. Like, I also, around that time, I was also like weighing myself before and after I like put my clothes on. So like, I usually weigh myself right before I get in the shower, because I want to know how much
I weigh. I don't want to like, because like apparently my clothes are like 1.5 pounds of weight. And so it's like, no, I don't want that information. I want just me. Just me. And like, I'll even be like, well, I ate earlier, so subtract 1 pound. You know, because that's also a thing. But, yeah.
Yeah, it's always like whatever it says. At least it's usually 2 pounds lighter if you.
Yeah. And then, like, I'm also, like, 1/15 titty, so, like, yeah. I did the math. So, like, yeah. I looked up, like, the percentage of, like, how much certain cup sizes weigh. And so, like, that's, like, I think rounding down, that's, like, how much of me is. Why am I... Right, let's hunt Jormag's abomination instead of...
So, enough to use as a lethal weapon.
Yeah!
Definitely not a regular icebreaker.
Champion unstable abomination. Uh-oh. Jormag got into the monster. You think... Get that energy drink. He likes the classic flavors. You know?
Oh, yeah, this is sponsored by Monster Classic.
Yeah. Is there also like one that's got like an ice theme? I don't pay attention to energy drinks. It's like the only time that I was actually drinking a lot of energy drinks was like I was drinking like Alani. Cause like last year I was self-medicating my ADHD with like too much caffeine. I was drinking like 1 energy drink a day. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, because that was 130 milligrams of caffeine.
Diet of worms.
Maybe that's why Jormag is evil. Does he have worms? Does he have pinworms? He can't sleep at night because of an itchy butthole. Don't kill the worms. They need to die when he's on them. They take down his shield. Okay. Yeah, maybe Jormag has pinworm. Nobody likes being woken up in the middle of the night because of itchy butthole. If you're wondering why I say that, pinworms...
I know how they spread.
Yeah, they wake up in the middle of the night and they propagate in your butthole, making your butthole itch.
You know what? The mech is just in the way of this one.
You know, wait, I was gonna be like, hey, my blank family member had pinworms one time. Like, it wasn't like she was unsanitary or whatever, but like she worked with kids. And like
they're messy.
Ow.
Yeah,
Oh,
he hits hard.
Yeah. Oh, are you both dead? Oh.
Oh, there's no more worms. Gross.
Well. Oh, then. You have to respawn.
I might not make it.
Retire from checkpoint. Right. I think... Oh, we're being cock-blocked from the fight. I need you to respawn. Let me in! Let me in! Let me in!
Why can't we go in?
Fart bag.
Yeah, why can't we go in?
Being cock-blocked. This happens sometimes. We gotta exit and restart.
Oh. Really?
It's a thing of like, if you die, then you can't come back in. Mordremoth, that happens during like Mordremoth's thing too.
Just gotta leave.
Okay, was it gonna let me just get out of the instance? Or do we have to... Oh, you have to go all the way back to character select.
Yeah, I went to character select and came
Oh,
back
you
out.
did, and then it kicked me out, yeah, because it's your instance.
Mm-hmm.
All that work. Rude.
But yeah, does Mystery Game Monday, does that sound like something that would interest people?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Like, no, I mean like point and click adventure mystery, like detective games. So like, I have a lot of like indie games that I like to play. So like, Kathy Rain would be one. Continuing Cognition, an Erica Reed thriller, would be on the list. Or like, back when I still went by Dandalia, I had been streaming The Raven: Legacy of a Master Thief, and I think I might start that over because the VOD is on the Dandalia VODs, like it's over there, and I was going through some stuff when I was trying to stream that, and that was actually like the last thing that I was streaming before I went on hiatus for a year. So
when I watch that content, I see like where I was at the time and kind of I think that I could stream it better a second time. But yeah, also I bought like the Batman Arkham games, so that would go into Mystery Monday. And I bought I like during a Steam sale, I bought like I think this counts, but like Judgment, which I think is like made by the same people who did like Yakuza. I don't know. He's a detective, and his pants fit well. So
that's like... all that matters.
Have you ever been like that, where it's just like, yeah, those pants sit on him nicely? You know, he's got. I don't know. Do I have weird taste in men? Because some of the things that I've just been like, eh.
Like, monster fucker aside, like forget that. Like the quote unquote normal, are the normal men weird? Just imagine me like I'm kind of just.
I don't know what's weird about an ass that don't quit.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like the first time I ever had this hit me was like I was like 4 watching Blue's Clues and being like, I like Steve's pants.
It was like the first time that ever like popped into my head was like Steve from, like watching Steve from Blue's Clues,
and like in that moment being 4 years old, I was like, that's not a thought that I should be having.
So I just like packaged it and like hid it away in the recesses of my brain of like, I'm going to go out of my way to forget this thought until like 20 years later. You know?
Ah, yes, one of those memories. Surprise!
Yeah, but like khaki pants are very attractive. Or is that just like a weird, like, it's like that's the most Christian thing I could ever have. Like the most Christian fetish. Actually, well, fetish is not the right word, but the most. You know, it's just like, it's like being like, ah. Oh, yes.
I hate the fact that now that you pointed it out, I can't unthink it. Because khaki pants are comfy. I just wear them because they're comfy. But I grew up in a cult. And guess what? They wore khakis. And guess what? I wore khakis, and now I like khakis. So maybe you have a point.
Like, I like the way they sit on, like, especially if they're like pleated khakis. Like the way they sit on the legs, and like I like the way they frame the ass and bunch around the crotch in a weird way. But like, yeah, it's like, is that like, Like, I think it looks good. Also, like, this isn't like a money grubbing thing, but the wallet imprint on the back of the ass, that's also kind of hot. And like, it could just be like a brick. Like, it could just be like filled with Monopoly money, I don't care. But just like the impression of a wallet on the back of someone's pants is also hot. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird.
I was gonna make a joke, but I was afraid it was gonna come off the wrong way.
Shoot, just go for it. This is not in a money grubbing way. Like, I don't.
I know, that's the whole thing, is it's not about the money. And I don't know how you make a joke that doesn't sound like it's about the money when it's a wallet.
Not about the money, money, money. I don't need the money, money, money. I just want to see the ass dance. Where am I headed? Where? Oh, right. Jormag's abomination. I'll teleport to Lita. Sorry.
The size of the chair difference.
Oh, right. 'Cause like.
and the raptor spawns right in Lita's face.
Let me check the. Oh, I was like, if Leviathan wants to join, they can. We're up there. Oh. I also need to finish streaming Wind Waker. I'll get on that. Alright, let us partake in some murder. But yeah, like, I've had this thought before that, like, yeah, khaki pants is like... So, do we need to just, like, run by these and not kill them? So that they're prepped for the... Alright, so we leave those and just run past. Let me...
I don't know, why am I even typing that? So if you set it to avoid combat, does it still attack on sight? Or like, does it attack if you get attacked?
Hey, the undead larva kind of looks like something you'd buy from Bad Dragon. When it's like standing.
Not everything has to be a suppository.
I mean,
but why not?
a decent delay between the stream and here. Yeah, because like it's like, I mean, it takes a bit to transmit the data. You're getting it fresh, live, and zesty.
Zesty.
Yeah, you just get them. Getting those zesty. Whoops, wrong button. Just F4 it out. Isn't that Alt F4 that's the thing that closes everything?
Alt F4 to get item.
Yep. Or, you know, you unlock something when you, like, delete Win34 from the computer. Like 2 minutes? Hear it? Ugh, I don't like that amount of lag. That sucks.
Oh, 2 minutes is... Yeah. That's
And
bad.
It's not saying that it's dropping anything. Like, it's not saying that I'm dropping frames.
That is definitely not.
I dropped 133 frames. Which is actually not bad. Alright, so... We gotta draw them over to the worms.
Yes, we must...
Come on. There we go.
Wait, why are you stuck outside? Did I go in here too fast?
What?
The door's shut
What
on.
did you do? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I'm sorry.
Gotta get him over here.
Thank you.
Well, now that we know the mechanic, I think we'll be okay. We'll see.
We'll do our best. I don't know why I chose to like.
The worms are dead over there.
Yeah. Dang it.
Two more
The window is
big
very
batches,
small.
I think.
Let's go for these ones. Luckily, I have like an aggro. How do I put down the abomination?
Really, he's got like 2 points left.
Yeah, it says put down abomination, which makes
I don't
me
know,
think
is
that
there
there's,
like a minus button or something?
No, not that. Oh, no,
Yeah.
we just needed to.
Yeah, he just needed a little more damage.
Tommy will be pleased. I want that.
I wish I didn't have a runny nose. I've been fretting about maybe getting sick. It was a tough fight. Yep. Lita did all the work. We have to applaud Sim for like tanking that. Yeah.
Yay, and my inventory is completely full right now. I'm gonna have to drop stuff.
Wait, what? Wait. Is your inventory full again, Beartron?
Yep.
I have green onion. I don't know why I might decided to say it that word. Green onion. Oh, large bone.
Attack my target!
What is it doing?
I'll be okay as long as I don't know.
I want that.
Stuff in here. A lot of stuff.
Oh, is there a... I didn't realize there was a merchant.
Until next time.
Lita
Thank you,
made them.
bro.
Tim made them. He gave birth to 2 beautiful agents. What did you name your children? They're your 2 beautiful children. It was a very difficult birth, especially the Silvari.
It's like passing. It's like passing a tree log.
The vagina opened wide. A wide gaping maw.
Jeez. I feel like those are important.
I'll be seeing you.
I have... Ooh, chest stuffed plants.
Rare treasure.
Okay, there. That's at least kind of letting me clear out stuff.
I'm just kind of like, we're making that like. Is it the wrong merchant? Yeah, there's the other one over here.
All the merchants. Ah, yes. Remove the junk.
I want that.
Oh, that actually freed up a few.
So, how painful is it looking at my inventory on stream? Like, I know where everything is, mostly. But it is a mess. I'm aware of it. But if I move it, then it's gone.
It's not as messy as mine.
It's so small.
Yeah, your inventory is like so narrow.
Yeah, it's easy to keep track of that way.
Because the rows are small.
Yeah, I do I do like size 10 rows.
Yeah.
Oh, you do size 5 rows. That's why it's so small.
Yeah, 5 by whatever. 5 by 4. Yeah. I would keep
This is
the
10 by
dwarf
10.
thumb, but I already
It must
have
be symmetrical.
symmetrical. You don't like it's so small. You have it take up like half the screen. Yeah, I don't like doing that. I don't know why. Hey, do you have silk? Do either one of you have this? Do you want it? Who has it? Wants it? Whatever.
I have it already.
Yep. Alright, I will salvage it then, because I already have as well. Rosie is sleeping on the little doggy bed next to me. She's actually started to behave when I'm gonna stream, because she now knows that if she like starts trying to like leave and then come back and leave, that like she doesn't get to be in here, and she wants to be in here when I'm streaming. So she'll like, she's in bed. She's in a little bed.
So she'll actually chill.
Yeah. Where to next? Return to Sorrow's Eclipse and speak with Deep Water.
The eclipse of the lips.
I love that that's how they deal with the merchants, because they have like, they spawn for like 10 to 15 minutes and then they just fucking die.
They just drop dead.
Yeah, they just fucking die. It makes me feel bad that like you just summon them to die. I hope the blouse. I have a dandelion blouse that I'm gonna be wearing. I'm fretting. It had some holes in it. Cause like it snagged on a nail on my sleeve, and then like the other one it snagged on a signpost when I was in the like Kroger parking lot the other day. So I've got these 2 holes, and I really wanted to wear them to wear that blouse to the recital.
Attack my target.
So I decided to just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it altered. Like, I'm gonna get it repaired. I'm gonna mend it, because I need to wear this shirt, because it's my courage blouse. It's got sentimental value because the dandelions and everything. So I'm paying $18 to get it mended. I hope it looks nice. They said they were like gonna put some patches underneath, and I think it can get away with that because the parts that are torn are like black. So I think if they match the fabric, I don't think any.
Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, probably nobody will
I
be
am
able to tell the
delighted to
difference.
see that you have survived your foray into our beautiful countryside.
It was touch and go there for a while, but I made it.
Store
I'm afraid I
living
can't
world
bearing
portal
bad news,
scrolls inside of the town. What is that for?
Quaggan knew it.
Other than
You
being an
found
item
the
I can
missing
get?
herdmates, didn't you? Oh, boo.
Get it. Okay.
Quaggan, please.
I'm afraid so. There were no survivors.
That is quite distressing. Thank you for returning to
Well,
us.
I has it now. Where to
We have
go?
news on your lost friend as well. It's bad news too. The Svanir are looking for him. They tortured this farmer to find out where he went.
The Svanir who hurt you. What did they say?
Oh, the sorcerer was mean. He wanted to know if Quaggan had seen a tall Norn, bald like Quaggan. He made Quaggan tell him where the Norn
Why do
went.
Quaggans
So I guess I
have-
don't have
Norn
any
too, but even more, Quaggan didn't want
or
to
I don't have any
die.
scrolls to add to it right now.
It's okay.
But the Quaggan
Did he
has
say why he was
a
looking for Bran?
middle toe
Yes,
that's longer
many
than
times.
the big
He
toe.
was angry because he thinks
Why-
the Norn
why your
wore a
feet-
disguise and tricked the Svanir
I don't
out
like
of
your
an elixir
feet, Quaggan.
recipe.
Oh, disguise.
Quaggan has
And tricked
fucked
them.
up toe.
Oh no. I'll have to send Timy's sample by courier.
Each area
I need
has
to
a
find
scroll for
Bran.
that area.
He was
Not the
headed
messed
to a
up
clearing in the
toes. Oh, hey, it's the
southwest.
Coca-Cola bear.
You might be able to follow the
Yeah.
Svanir tracks.
I loved your character designs.
Yeah, the Coda, they're very masculine, but they walk like Urkel.
Or not Urkel, but
They do walk like Steve Urkel.
You could do the deep. Oh, did I do that?
like, going, oh, did I do that? But with like a deep Kogan voice.
I don't have the power.
Oh, did I do that?
It sounds like a Quagganish Steve Urkel.
Wait, but check out the Quaggan's feet. Come here. Let us look at these. Like, zoom in. Look at their feet. Feet are fucked up. The one toe. This toe is bigger than that toe. This toe feels like it should be the biggest. Why is it the second toe? Why is the second toe the biggest toe? That doesn't... Look at the fucked up toes on these creatures. Right?
When you're the
These are
Guild
dark
Wars 2
times,
mascot,
friend
you don't
of
need to have
Quaggan's.
proper
Be
toes.
careful.
The mismatched toe adds flavor.
I do appreciate that they kind of look like Orca.
They do look like orcas, but like, yeah, like I don't care.
I think I prefer these over the other ones.
Over the what? The script?
No, the other
Oh,
Quaggan that look basic.
Yeah, I guess so.
Your
These.
courage will be tested here, Dragon Slayer.
I like the detail that they have a piranha mode if they go into battle in the water, where they go all teethy.
Age no longer affects us dwarves. Erosion, however.
I don't know if you guys can hear that.
So you get
It's just-
smoother instead of wrinkling.
Every so often, my character has like idle conversation with the dead people she lives with, and so I have it like just as memorized as the fucking like. Please, welcome, valued customer.
Thank you. Thank you for shopping at Revenant.
Yeah. But yeah, the at this point I'm just like, age no longer affects us dwarves. Erosion, however. So you get smoother instead of wrinkling. So that's just that's just one of the idols that I'm stuck with. Are you still listening to the let me know when you're done with conversation.
Oh, well, I didn't realize that was okay. Yep.
You must talk to deep water. Look into his eyes. Bury your head in his bosom. Fuck his dick. Clang, 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 clang.
Oh, not the who.
Yeah, that was right at the point where I was like, oh, shut up. It's like, I don't care about your feelings. Like, shut the... Well, that's pretty. Glittering snow. I like when the snow glitters. Let me know when you have finished cutscene.
It's done. Is there a reason you're peeing aggressively in the chat? Well then.
Alright. You gotta track Rox and Graham. How do I...
I typed /me, but it's still in the guild chat.
We need to go near Black Ice Pass. Or right here.
So is it this way? Strange.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Oh, it's up here. Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty picture.
Footprints. The sons of Svanir must not be interested in covering their tracks. Adventure in a strange land.
That's them. Commander, take your pick. There's plenty to go around.
I was expecting like having to like actually track them for a while.
I'm too smart.
This isn't over yet.
So
Uh-oh.
Oh. Do you think the Norns sound like they're into it, like just a little bit?
Fine.
Like they're what?
All about.
Did you steal something from them? They kept calling you a thief.
I'm afraid this is my fault.
You said like they're what?
I had to pose as a Svanir to get their Thor elixir recipe. They must have thought it was you for some reason.
You had to what? Well, it's over now.
And the where?
Max and I need to keep moving.
Okay, let's go.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
They kept calling him bald, but he
It's good
clearly
to see
has
you.
hair.
How's the hunt for the scroll going?
Almost
Oh, wait,
at
no,
its
it's
end.
wrapped.
Or maybe a frustrating beginning. If it's not in this cave system, all my info is wrong, and I'm back at square one. Did Timmy get my letter? I assume that's why you're here.
She did. It was quite a surprise after she learned that... How much do you know about what's happening?
With Jormag? Plenty.
No, that's not the... Primordus is active too.
I heard. These dragons won't rest until we're dust.
Well, Time has a plan.
I do too. I find a way to kill all the dragons or die trying.
That's a little
not
extreme.
a plan.
Talk to me after they've taken your mother.
Barely knew her.
Something up ahead, boy?
Sounds like other wolves.
Ow!
That is a little harsh, but yeah, you're stumbling on that crutch pretty hard for somebody that you barely spend any time with.
Yeah. Someone who most people didn't even know was your mom. She was around you so little. And had like maybe such an impact on your life. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, cry with the monogram.
I mean, it's still his mom.
Yeah. He's also a grown man and he's not handling it very well.
No. No.
Like Bram's up so far, like, I feel like Bram's primary, like, narrative is to deal with anything and everything presented in, like, the dumbest and least mature way possible.
Violence.
He went out the way. I don't know whether Air went out the way she wanted.
So, the dragons aren't the only threats.
I think she would have preferred to have not gotten killed right there, yeah. But she did die for the cause she was fighting for.
And the human minister Codicus escaped
Just a little stabby
custody
stab.
and came out as the leader of the White Mantle. He's currently MIA.
Knox says it looks like he's making his way up to the Isles of Janthir.
Sounds like a bunch of trivial human matters I don't care about.
Yeah, so Bram.
I'm grumpy. I don't care.
I'm a stinky little hoe.
What is he wearing?
Well, I mean, it looks nice.
Or what is it?
Style.
Okay, it's actually like more difficult than I thought it would be to walk backwards to like do this at the same time.
The air is so still here. They must be the first people to pass
That's cool,
through
though.
the generation.
I didn't know he knew the word generation. That's
I know,
a
that's
lot.
like a 4-syllable word for him.
Yeah, good for him. What is so mean.
We're being so mean. So cruel.
Yeah. Right.
You'll have to forgive him, Commander. We've had a pretty tough... Hold up. These eggs. Everywhere.
We could get
Nobody
so
touch-
much money.
Never mind. Frostbite is already covered in spider webs. We tripped their alarm.
Yay, spiders! Hi. Who's a cute little spider? Give up yet? Cute little spider. Little spider babies. Hi.
But yeah, I would consider this arc, in the most non-spoiler way possible, Bram is a whiny piss baby. Yeah, it's nice to come back to Guild Wars 2 after being absolutely. It's nice to come back. I'm glad to do that.
That's the last of them. Looks like we might be able to get through there if we can clear that web.
You have a torch. You two also, it's been a year. Woo! It's been a year
Let's
since
pick up
we've-
the pace before
not
more
only
spiders
since we
show
met,
up.
but like since
Bram,
we've been streaming Guild Wars
The reason
2.
I found you, I
Because
don't know if you
I met you
but we
shortly
started a new
after,
guild.
like I think literally
It'd be great to have you.
2
Didn't
episodes
feel like
into
joining
streaming.
Destiny's Edge and continuing their legacy, huh?
Well, Ritlock said what I felt like that might come across as disrespectful.
Disrespectful? To keep the memory of my mother and Snaff going? You and I must have different notions of respect.
Bram, I'm sorry. This isn't the reaction I expected.
It's okay, Commander. Maybe it's for me to keep alive. Another thing thrown on my pile of obligations now that I'm back home.
Bram?
This scroll isn't going to find itself. Let's go. Watch
Calm
it.
your
Ambush.
titties, Bram. Like, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
This was the first line of defense. I'd heard these things were guarding the scroll. I knew this was right.
Might be in the next chamber then. If we could get through the ice wall, maybe Frostbite can fit through the crevice. Or there's the Bram way.
A Bram.
Let's go.
Hey, he knocked down like an entire boulder. Is he a husbando now, Beartron? He boulder punched like Chris from RE5. Or is there more qualifiers than boulder punching?
It's here!
Bram, you can't... Let's hold up a second here.
I'll take that, thanks!
Bram, move!
Wow, that Minotaur has like a really big mouth.
She's frozen solid.
I must be able to break the freeze because of the elixir. But rocks...
Oh shit. Get it to charge into the rocks? Okay. Come on, beefy beefy. Where is he? Alright. Come here. Which rock are we trying to get rid of? I think we're trying to like get him to break the one that Rox is in, right? Go over here. Yeah, over here. Rox is over here. Are you also in a rock, Beartron? Temporarily?
Oh, there we go. I thought that would work.
Get me the scroll, and I'll burn it down.
Where is the scroll? Is it inside of one of these rocks? Sim said to break down the rock.
Fast as the wind.
I don't know what to do. I'm assuming one of these rocks has it then? I think we might have to find the scroll first. Like, the scroll is key to fighting this boss. Which ones have we had him run into, and which ones have we not? This one's, oh. Hey, Beartron, I haven't heard you in a while. Are you muted?
Oh. Apparently,
okay.
yes, I was muted.
I was like, am I just not being funny? Because, like, yeah.
No,
this
I was
whole-
talking this whole time.
Yeah, because this entire
So
boss
I'm
fight,
very confused.
I think we're trying to break these pillars, these rocks.
Yeah, but I keep lining him up with the rocks, and he keeps not doing anything to them.
It looks like you're standing, like, right next to the rock. I think you need to stand in front of it and then dodge as he's running towards you, instead of standing to the side and then dodging.
But if I stand behind it and he runs straight into it, that doesn't count somehow. Like, that's
Well,
the
no,
confusing
like right in
part
front
to
of it,
me.
like this, and then go to the left and right. Get in front of that shit. And oh, well, I think that did something.
Never mind the fact that I keep aggroing him.
Dang it, like, yeah, this.
Okay, so there's this one here.
It's because none of us are
And then there's,
wearing
like-
red, huh? None of us are wearing red.
Right. Seems like it. Alright, come on.
Ole! Ole!
Try another one.
Oh, it actually... Yeah, you have to... Okay. You have to be in front of it and then move, I guess. It's not happening when we're frozen. You know, I feel like, of course, it would be the last one.
Yeah, maybe that's intentional.
Probably.
Alright, Fram. Show us if you can read.
Thank Wolf, it was true.
You got bitch slapped. That was like a backhand. To like knock you over.
Was that it? Did it work?
Wrecked.
Well, it's great that Bram proved to us that he can read. I'm so proud of him.
Right. That was something else.
What happened?
You were frozen.
I was frozen? So weird. It was like a dream, and I was on a beach. You'd think it'd be the opposite.
Well, we're glad you're back.
Did we get the scroll?
Sure did, Rox. Thanks.
Yeah, we
And
did.
now?
Yeah.
This is similar to the scroll Aesgeir used in his great victory. So now I test the bow on the tooth in the Great Hall. If I damage it, it's time to rally the Norn and lay Jormag to rest.
Bren, you can't... Let's hold up a second here. A direct assault on Jormag puts a lot of lives on the line. I think the Pact can tell you that may not be the best idea.
The Pact you commanded. Look, Jormag is my problem, and I'll deal with it my way, with or without you.
Cool, go get
Jormag
yourself killed.
isn't just your... Look what happened to us when you rushed in and bashed.
If you're gonna be like that.
Oh, I forgot your calculated plans always work out perfectly. Like when you posed as a Svanir to get some potion.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no, he
Can we
didn't.
back up? Timely thinks there may be a way to pit Primordus and Jormag against each other without raising a single sword.
Timey thinks, huh? If the tooth chips, we have hard proof.
That's superstition.
Hard proof of what? That you can battle a tooth?
So only you get to decide when we take down a dragon? Only you are allowed to kill them?
That's not what I'm saying.
Well, figure out what you're saying, because that's what it sounds like.
You
I'm
need to
only
learn how to
asking you
listen.
wait. Maybe just a few days. See if time.
But what about my dragon to slay?
No need to put lives at risk.
With every moment we wait, someone else's mother dies. I won't give Jormag a few days. I won't give Jormag a few minutes.
The Norn elders told me the legend of the tooth, but I've also been out in the world and faced two of these things. One with you. They're not to be taken lightly.
You think I take it?
Yeah, you do.
You know what, Commander? I'm glad you didn't join Destiny's Edge. My mother wouldn't want you in there. I'm headed back to Holbreck. Garm, to me.
Garm traitor.
So...
Go ahead. He certainly doesn't want to be around me right now.
do you think he'll do it?
Yeah.
I hope cooler heads prevail. He has to
Go
see
with
this
him,
isn't the
Rox.
way to go.
He needs reason. What the heck?
What is that face? What?
He's making the best face that rigging can allow.
Well, I cracked it.
Yeah, but that's superstition.
Nope, he got a taste of power. Now he's got main character syndrome.
He doesn't have like Bram, stop it. You don't.
No, let him do it. I want to pop some popcorn and watch it play out.
Yeah, he's like, I want to watch this guy. He's just get fucked, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you're gonna play your cards.
Just Commander's just sitting over here with some raisins, popping popcorn. You good yet? Like, you want some help or?
Did you mean to say like raisinets?
All right.
Did you mean to say raisinets? Cause like, cause you said some raisins and some popcorn. Cause like
Well,
like,
okay, because I've been eating chocolate raisins.
Well, I thought you were making a joke that because like usually when we go to the movies, raisinettes are my movie theater food, the candy I smuggle in. Right? Usually
Right.
I have like a box of raisinettes. Which I was surprised, like I heard somewhere that like apparently raisinettes are like they're now like old people food that nobody likes, and I was like, no, raisinettes are fucking delicious. Excuse me.
I don't even know if they still sell raisinettes at the movie theaters.
They do?
Do they?
Also, like, they still sell Raisinets. Yeah, they still sell Raisinets in the movie theater.
Huh.
It's not. It's not. What are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? Like, do they have Raisinets in Canada? Like, Raisinets are milk chocolate covered raisins. I love them. They're my movie theater candy. I usually buy a box and then smuggle it in because it's cheaper that way. You save like $2 or $3 or more. Cause like if you get them at Walmart, they're like $1.20, $1.25 at this point. I know this because I just bought some earlier. I was gonna go see the Miku movie in theaters, so I got the candy, and then I ended up changing my mind. But what else was I saying? Well, but basically, like, none of my friends, we wouldn't have been able to sit next to each other, which defeats the purpose, I think. We ended up just going to the karaoke bar across the street and doing karaoke pretty much all night. Or at least I was doing a lot of singing. I have one friend that he does kind of sing, and then the other one that's like, no.
No.
He wouldn't sing like in front of people. If we're doing karaoke where it's like one of those like private rooms, then he'll sing after he's had like a couple beers in him, but yeah. So, do you guys like Raisinets? Yay or nay? And then, I gotta remind my...
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces? I think they're alright. I like, honestly, if I'm gonna have something Reese's, I like the Reese Minis, where it's like it's like a bag with like really small Reese cups, like even smaller, even more mini than the regular miniatures. You know, there's like the Reese miniatures that are like individually wrapped with foil. Well, these are like the size of a penny, and they're not wrapped. They're just like these little mini Reese cups, and they're like I need to read the letter from a royal summons.
Invitation from the queen herself. Timmy, do you read me?
Here, Commander. Oh, I must have nodded off there for a second.
I'm headed to Divinity's Reach to meet the queen. So, have you heard from Bran?
No, sorry. Rox got word through, though. Apparently she talked some sense into him. He formed an exploratory committee.
Lake Dora the Explorer.
They're making their way up to Jormag as we speak, to see what kind of damage they can do before mobilizing a larger force. I'm worried about him, Commander. He's calling this group Destiny's Edge.
I don't suppose Ritlock or Kaith had any say in that.
No. I don't want to lose him to Jormag, and if we're right about its weakness, he won't stand a chance.
How are we doing on that front?
I have an idea. A great idea. Well, brilliant, really. But I need to complete the experiment with the samples, then reach out to some contacts to see if I can get what I need for that aforementioned brilliant idea. I'll keep you posted. Anyway, say hi to the queen for me.
Do you know her?
I feel like I do after all the gossip rags I read. Do you know she doesn't wear shoes?
Yeah.
Try not to stare at her feet.
Me queen.
Me queen. As always.
Me queen.
Logan knows she doesn't wear shoes. Me queen. Alright, so the letter. A royal summons. DandelionFunky, Her Majesty Queen Jenna of Kryta, requests your attendance at a festive meeting of ministers in the Upper City. Please make your way to the throne room at your earliest convenience. QJ. You know, Queen Jenna shortening her name to QJ kind of makes her sound like she's like a b-ball player. Like, yo, it's QJ! Coming in with the dribble, the slam dunk. Anyway. Like,
she's got that Queen Jenna swag.
yeah.
Guild Wars Shuffle.
But yeah, I think someone on the design team had a foot fetish. Like, because one royal that's barefoot all the time is a quirky design choice, but 2 royals with no shoes, that's a fetish. Because the Pale Tree also doesn't wear shoes.
Like, I can kind of like
Beartron,
forgive the
accept
Pale
the
Tree
instance.
because she was like almost born yesterday, but like humans know better.
Well, I mean, she's very powerful. Maybe she has like
the illustrious leader of Dragon's Watch. Welcome. I appreciate the sentiment, Your Majesty, but I feel like I haven't been much of a leader
Like
lately.
Queen Jenna's gonna
Don't
get a
know
piece
how
of
you
glass
do
in her
it. The
foot
whole kingdom's
at some
to worry
point.
about while I can't even
Maybe
manage to
she's
keep
got,
a
like,
handful
force
of people
fields around
driving
her
toward
feet.
one purpose. It's a trying task, but to be honest, sometimes I envy what must be the simplicity of your life.
You know what?
This
I'm
place
gonna
is all
sit on the
politics
throne.
and subtext. Do a thing one person likes and 3 hate you for it. It can get very complicated. You just relentlessly smash
Yeah.
things until they're no longer at odds with you. I wish it were like that around here sometimes. Well, what can I smash for you today? I believe a white mantle attack is imminent and must take certain actions here in Divinity's Reach to ensure its safety. The fact that you're not really
We're just missing the
describing
whole
these actions
conversation.
makes me think they might be a little unorthodox. What do you think of this garden, Commander? It's
very pretty.
lovely, isn't it? And to preserve such a marvel requires constant maintenance. Sometimes weeds creep in, and sometimes you must eradicate them, lest your garden become unkempt. I see. I've called the ministers here under the auspices of a reassuring gathering, but I really need to deliver what some will consider shocking news. Your presence here will go a long way to ease minds, so please, mingle. And also, keep an eye out. Any evidence of White Mantle meddlings you find would only support my actions. I'll do some digging. And Your Majesty, you missed a weed here.
Coming from a
looks
Sylvari, that
like
line is funny.
But it's actually the Crichton spiderwort. It'll bloom soon, and its petals give you the most luscious dyes. It's my favorite flower. It hides its true potential from most, and then blossoms into something great. Happy hunting, Commander.
Alright, I kind of wonder though if Sylvari for stealth missions just do pretend to be plants.
That would be really cool. Just like dig a hole that's 6 feet deep and not very wide, and just have your head sticking out, and then have your hair like look like a bush.
Yeah, but do like the stealth, like Solid Snake walk, but have your hair all kinds of crazy looking, so that when they stop, they just look like a really weird tree.
Or like, what if like 'cause you're a weed. Oh, is that like? What if? Right, my brain was like, what if a Sylvari could grow quote unquote body hair and make like a giant like ghillie suit? Basically, it's them. So like when they need to hide, they just flop on the ground and become a bush. Like a. Oh, but that would also make it so that they'd have to be completely naked. Decisions. Is there something you need, Commander? I'm surprised you invited me here instead of Anise. Where is she? Anise is occupied, I'm afraid. As for your invitation, a trusted friend, and I've no doubts your presence is a welcome relief to the ministers as well. The loyal ones. Do you have any updates on Logan Thacker? Wait. Let me, different direction. Do you have any updates on Logan Thackeray? Sad to say that Logan is still recovering from his injuries.
There isn't much else I'm able to tell you about his recovery, but it has been slow. I was originally gonna go like flirtatious, like, how's your man? And then I realized, wait, Logan was critically wounded, so this is wrong direction to take. Since Cardicus was in charge of the Ministry Guard, are you concerned about their loyalty? I most certainly am concerned. Why I need you here. Excuse me. Alright. Time to interview some perps. I'm gonna go this one, because she's the closest.
There's always time to talk.
Oh. Excuse me. I couldn't help notice you speaking with the Queen. How is she? A pillar of strength under pressure, as always. Oh, that's good to hear. Everything that's happening. I worry for her. For us. The White Mantle are beyond despicable, aren't they? White. Power-hungry Mongol. Blah, 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 blah. Power-hungry Mongols. Nothing more than gold in their hands. Indeed. Stepped on things with more moral authority than those poisonous oaths. Very clear how you feel about them. Your friend Cardicus' association must have rattled you. Dang, how long is this conversation gonna fucking go? I can tell you.
Forever.
No one was more shocked. I hadn't the faintest idea. Really? Even with all the rumors circulating before he broke out? Oh, I try to ignore gossip. People caught spreading such filth should earn a trip to the gallows. I feel the same way about traitors. They should watch their necks. Good day. Minister Theodosius is like, I'm just here. Bye. That was a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm putting many people at ease. Oh, look at her outfit. That is a nice fit. I like that outfit. Can I have your outfit?
May the Six watch over you.
Well, hello, Commander. Is there something you need? I'm just checking in. How do you feel about tonight's gathering? It is not wholly uncommon for the Queen to request a meeting, but given circumstances, I am a bit concerned. Circumstances? Well, surely you are aware of the detestable betrayal by our own legate minister. He has been missing for some time, so I hear. I am aware. Did you ever work closely with Cardicus? Cardicus and I only met in an official capacity. Aside from spotting him at the occasional party, we rarely interacted. I see. Do you have any reasons to suspect anyone has sympathy for him? I don't mean to spread gossip, but there were rumors that Minister Arton colluding with the White Mantle prior to Cardicus' defection. As I understand it, he and the legate were close friends. The Queen seems to trust Minister Arton, though. Why don't you? Well, I suppose a bad reputation can be difficult to overcome. That may be unfair of me, but I have a hard time trusting anyone during time. I understand. Thank you for your time. Minister Arton is literally, like, right off to the side, right by her. Yeah, sure. You sure you didn't just pick somebody with, like... But also, I do love her outfit. That is a nice outfit. I wish there was a way to, like... incorporate, like, the fucking, like... sash thing. The apron sash that, like Legend of Zelda has. Like, Zelda has, and, like, this. Like, I wanna have that. Can I have... May I have a crotch banner, please? Like Zelda? In my daily life? What do I have to do to get a crotch banner?
Strength in numbers.
Not the crotch banner.
Yeah, dun dun. Alright, I'm gonna talk to Minister Arton.
How may I be of service to the commander this evening?
What are your thoughts on tonight's gathering of ministers?
I can't...
You know what, I'm gonna...
I can't help but feel a bit uneasy during these difficult times. I suspect the large number of guards present are the Queen's way of reassuring us ministers, but their presence has me anxious. What do you make of the extra security measures? The Queen always has our best interests in mind. Of this I have no doubt. You speak highly of her. Are the two of you close? Her Majesty has guided me through turmoil in the past and illuminated some harsh truths about traitors whom I once called friends. She has my fullest confidence. Thank you for your time.
That didn't sound good.
Stupid piece of junk. This is unbelievable.
Uh-oh, that's commotion.
I'm surprised the Wee family has the guts to show their faces after what their daughter has done.
I feel like they...
Minister
Alright.
wouldn't abandon his duties.
Alright, we gotta talk to the gate man. Hey, dude.
Oh, bother, not again.
What happened? The White Mantle.
Calm down, calm down. Third time this week this old guy's gone down. I have to manually enter manifest data when he's offline. Can you? Would you mind getting him up and running while I keep the gate's records?
Sure.
What a sport. And do be quick about it. My hand cramps easily.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Get good.
Yeah, practice by, like, maybe... if your hand... Practice masturbating. Maybe that would help.
This is an odd method of repair.
He can be a bit...
What is subtlety?
The fix-it interface, or fixer phase, I've created, should make it clear what he needs in order to be fixed. Do you think that'll catch on? I was also toying with combining display and repair into disrepair. Oh, my. Never said that aloud.
The pun police are coming for you.
Oh, no. You can't repair him until you break him out of his malfunctioning loop.
Thought he wanted blue. Oh, okay. Overcharged. Overcooled.
Overheating. Overcharged. I feel like it's going in the opposite direction. But I also don't fully understand this mechanic.
Yeah, I did it.
Got it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fixed? Thanks. When you retire from dragon slaying, you should think about opening your own golem repair shop. No one came in or out, so I didn't end up needing to man the gate logs. Plus, I needed the break.
Glad I could do your job for you. By the way, I found this part but didn't know where it went. Looks a little like...
I've never seen that before. I don't know what it is, but it's not part of this golem.
Huh. Hey, Tommy.
Okay, I'm here.
Is the communication device you gave me one of a kind?
Probably not. I mean, mine is by far the best and most advanced, but there are others out there. Wait, why do you ask?
I found a device that looks a lot like the communicator. If it was planted here by the White Mantle, they could be listening in. I'm guessing it isn't the only one.
Oh, if you want, I can use your communicator to send out a high-frequency ping that'll help you find any others in your area.
Let's do that. I'll get what I can and show the Queen.
Oh, be sure to let her know I helped.
Okay.
Oh, cool. And now we have a triangulation button. Ping. Okay, so blue is far away, so we're nowhere close.
What is yellow then?
Closer.
Yellow is hotter?
What's this?
The devices in the security system. Suspicious.
I need new glasses. For a split second, I thought that said spank.
The devices have a spanking feature.
Security spank. Codicus is a freak. Spicy.
I've been a nasty communicator.
Although, like, to me, never mind. I was just like, I don't know. Codicus seems like the dude who, like, if he has anything outside of, like, very depressing vanilla sex, he'll just start crying. Like, he wants to talk big, but then he can't handle it.
Oh, are we questioning the remaining people? Optional.
Optional? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. Where my people at? Oh, there's one over there. Okay. I'm heading over to the one that you're by. The one
Apparently I can't talk to them.
It's okay. I will talk to Minister Wee Wee.
What was all that commotion, Commander?
This.
Is everything alright? Everything is fine. The gate golem was acting up, that's all. I pity that golem's attendant. I don't envy his position. It is, however, good to see you at a time like this. You have reason to distrust anyone at this meeting. The people who cross over could be anyone. People you would never expect.
Dun dun.
Oh. It must be difficult to be here after your daughter's treason.
It is my duty as minister to represent my people. Whoops, what is happening? The Queen has been gracious to us during these difficult times, and I would hope that you would share her understanding.
Your association with Valette raises suspicions about your allegiance.
The Queen has no reason to be concerned, and neither do you. My wife and I have always worked for the betterment of Kryta, except when we fucked and created this daughter.
Indeed.
This was a mistake.
This is my mistake. Her name is
have
Lady
so
Wee.
much to do.
The commotion had us a bit spooked, Commander. Anything to report? I'm investigating some suspicious devices that may be hidden around here. Devices?
What sort of devices?
That is unsettling news, Commander. What can we do to support you? Be on high alert, although I suspect you are already. I think I can speak for the Shining Blade when I say I'm glad you're with us here. I'm honored. Looks like you've got plenty of support from the Ministry Guard. Indeed, there are a lot of Ministry Guards here, but this is a meeting of the Ministry, so I suppose it makes sense. Still, something about it has me on. The Shining Blade takes an oath to protect the throne and Kryta above all. The Ministry Guards, however, pledge their allegiance to the Legate Minister, Codicus. Do you think any Ministry Guards is still holding allegiance to that traitor? I have my suspicions. No proof, but I certainly have my suspicions.
Suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Have you seen any suspicious activity among the Ministry Guard recently? I haven't, but I'm not so foolish to think that just because I don't see it, it's not there. These traitors are cunning, and we have to remain vigilant. Is there anyone that you are particularly suspicious of? Rather not any fingers or risk false accusation. Suffice to say that I'm keeping an eye out. Expect your decision. Really use your insight. Well, I'm surprised to see Estelle is still part of the Ministry after she was caught lying about official matters. Oh, the Queen pardoned her, but I just can't trust her. Not again. Good point. Thanks for sharing. Keep an eye out. I talked to Estelle first. I don't think I can talk to her again. Oh, there's Lord Farron.
Quite a lot of guards at
Good.
this ministry.
Good to see him again.
Yes, it seems they outnumber us.
Off to save the day again, Commander. How am I not surprised to see you running toward the source of an explosion?
Are we safer?
I have a
These
knack
extra
for finding
guards send
trouble.
the opposite message.
Which brings you to this
we should
ministry
do our
meeting.
best to keep up appearances.
Oh, he's
The
my
people
plus
needed with
one.
the white mantle
I
out
didn't want
there.
to be the only minister
I'm
to
grateful
come
I got
without a
invited to
guest.
this event at all.
Plus, I like to keep
I'm
some
starting to
muscle
wish I
around
stayed
during
home.
these dangerous times. I see. I could never turn down a lady's invitation. Should the white mantle dare to show their faces, Swordmaster Farron will put them in their place. Have you seen anything suspicious this evening? Thankfully, no. But I have been rather busy chatting with Minister Marula. That's not... Oh, Farron. Don't let me distract you all evening. I think I should get going.
Yeah, thanks. Good talk. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Alright, talk to Gwyneth. Gwyneth, who, although she's got that pallor, like, her name is spelled the way a white woman spell it.
Like, I don't know, it's not, it needs a couple more Y's.
Oh, we have a question in from the chat from iHerm. Do you still hear your Legion spirits speaking in your head, Revenant?
I hear dead people. Yeah, it no longer affects us dwarves. Erosion, however. Oh, so you get smoother instead of wrinkling.
Also, welcome in.
Yeah, welcome.
We are making our way through Living Story Season 3.
Yep. We're interviewing all these people.
We're glorified bomb sniffers.
I sniffed the chat real good.
How do you know if it smells like ketamine? Nay.
Were you able to hear the sniffs, you guys? Because there is certain... My noise gate is pretty high. So, like, you can't hear anything outside of this room or, like, my heater. But
You gotta put your nose into it when you sniff.
Yeah, you gotta... I had my nose right up in there. But sometimes...
You did. It transmitted.
Well, Discord picks up more than the noise gate does. Because I've noticed that, like, sometimes if I speak too softly or, like, if I sigh, like, if I do, like, a dramatic kind of light sigh if I'm reading, it sometimes doesn't get picked up. But anyway, I heard the commotion. Is everything all right, Commander? Ah, yes. Nothing to worry about. Are you here on behalf of Minister Cardicus? I am. The people of Beetleton still need a voice within the Ministry, and I am committed to ensuring we maintain good relations despite Catechus's treason. Must have worked closely with Cardicus. For a time, yes. Since he converted to the White Mantle, he has abandoned us, though it has been a long time since I saw him. Yeah, inhales. Just get some good sneeze. Do you and the people of the Shire still hold sympathies for him? Of course not. We are ashamed to have ever called him our leader. He has turned his back on Kryda and on the gods themselves. Good to know. FYI, spoiler free for Beartron, please. His first run through the whole thing. Yeah, this is not my first time playing this, although it has been a while. I have, like, sketch note memory, I suppose, is a good way to say it. And Beartron is playing this completely I smell my empty bag of Cheetos in a trash 1.2 meters away. Ooh, meters. Meters. We have another non-American in chat. Sim is also non-American. I'm not, like, personally, I'm not, like, a huge Cheetos fan, but, like, I like the white ones. I like the white Cheetos. Yeah.
I just hope after the country collapses and rebuilds itself, we finally move to the metric system.
Yeah, the math is easier. You know, I was watching on some Australian true crime the other day, and I had a moment where I had whiplash because I realized that they were using, it was an Australian show, but they were using American terms they were using the imperial system for height. Because they would, like, constantly be like, he was about 5'10", 5'9", and I was like, wait, that's imperial, that's not metric. I thought people who were in, like, metric countries describe their height as, you know, not in feet, you know? Or do you guys actually...
They have better education systems abroad, so they can actually teach their kids better. Whereas our kids don't really learn hardly either.
Can I use both? Yeah, because, like... Because then I thought for a second, it's like, do they mean 5 meters? No, that's way too... But that's... got fucking Goliath murdering people in real time. Because they said he was, like, 5... They were, like, so... I was watching this one where, like, apparently there was a guy in, like, Australia who was killing people with his compound bow. And they figured out, based on, like, the type of wound that the victim had, they figured out from the type of compound bow that it must have been, like, exactly... Like, because basically, he had an encounter with, like, another person that escaped, who just so happened to be an archery fan. And so he was like, yeah, he had, like, a compound bow, this thing, you know, and they were able to, like, figure out exactly how tall he was based on, like, the draw that would be required to, like, shoot that bow at the speed and power that the arrow was shot at. And so they were like, yeah, you probably would have been like, yeah, okay. I heard the explosion, Commander. Thank you for handling the situation. It was my pleasure. How can I help you, Commander? Have you seen anything suspicious? No, but we have been on high alert as of late. Our legate minister Codicus converted to the White Mantle, as you know, and that has reflected poorly on us. Do you suspect anyone among the Guard to be sympathetic to Codicus? I have heard that ministry guards in the past have betrayed Kryta, but now? Here at this gathering? No way, Commander. Our men are loyal to Queen Jenna. That's why they are here. How can you be so sure? Honestly, I guess I can't be. But I promise to keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Good to hear. Okay. Use feet and inches and points for that, but kilometers for distance. Yeah, do you play Guild Wars 2?
Now we must follow the orb. The orb.
The orb.
The orb tells all. The orb must. The orb guides us.
How tall is Tiny? Is she like 1.5 feet, maybe? Like, I'm trying to figure, like, how... Main Necro? That's Beartron's alt. For me, like, my personal preference is, I play tanks. I play close melee tanks. So, oh, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah, so Revenant is my favorite. So I tend to, yeah, I have alts that it's based on just wanting to
experience playing as a different race rather than playing
different.
This seems like enough to back up whatever the Queen's about to do. I should give these to her.
Scourge was cooler back in the day, pulling down allies. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with some of the changes that they've made to Scourge throughout the years.
How have you played
I think it
long
used to
enough
play
to have
better.
opinions? Did they?
Because I've watched. No, because I've watched people play it before and what they changed since then, and like you can tell that it played differently before, and some of those definitely seem like they were better. I mean, any game as it rebalances, it'll change things that you like.
Yeah.
It happens.
Commander, I was just trying to reassure the Wheeze here. It's a stressful time for them. Well, not just them, for everyone.
The Queen is politely dancing around the fact that our daughter is on the wrong side of this.
Have you heard from her? At all?
We haven't heard from Valette. That doesn't mean we won't. She's a good girl, Commander. Just a little lost. She'll find a way home. We only want to hear her play the
Was she
violin
one of the ones
again.
that got exploded?
We all do, Minister. May we speak a moment, Your Majesty? Of course.
Pardon us.
Do what?
Remember the big red explosion? Was we?
With the tiny violin?
No, the exploded. Earlier, there was that one thing where we almost died in the airship because of the big red bloodstone explosion.
It could be White Mantle. Thank you, Commander.
Oh.
I needed evidence like this to support my stance.
Maybe.
It appears this is an opportune time, then. Allow me to excuse myself. I have a speech to give.
Meet Queen Jenna in the chamber. Oh, we're meeting Queen Jenna in her chambers. Better get those toe-sucking lips ready. My queen! My queen! You know, it's kind of sad that that's not the most cursed thing we've ever said.
Ministers and members of the royal court. For years, we've had a fester inside the kingdom. A creeping undertow that sucked some of our friends and family into its darkness. Now, with Confessor Codicus at the White Mantle's helm, this seething conflict will soon come to a head, as we are poised to be smashed between two rising elder dragons. We cannot stand for a threat from within. For this reason, I'm hereby suspending the ministry until the danger has passed. Some of you will understand it's for your safety. Others will understand that I have trapped them here, far from the White Mantle's network.
You cannot! I won't be treated like a common Doliac, herded into a pen and kept as livestock.
Queen, when was the last time you washed your face?
Yeah, she probably has dirty toes.
From what? Who will keep us safe from you, I say?
Good minister, this measure is temporary, I assure you. Only until the kingdom is safe from attack and the traitors in our midst have revealed themselves. The commander has already verified.
There is no attack. This is an autocrat's ploy.
This does feel illegal.
This is a moment in life, a rare moment where you will look back one day and say, I made a stand, or I did nothing. Do you silently let the queen capture your voice and the voice of the people? Or do you make enough noise that the six gods themselves hear us say
Wee
nay?
is right.
When my grandfather...
Because she's arresting people without due process.
I didn't think she was. I think she was putting them on house arrest. Actually,
right,
arrested.
but she's still in. That's technically still incarceration without due process.
In a way. I mean, it's kind of a rock and a hard place. Like, as you can see, there's the threat of things like this going on.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, the threat is there, but I mean, like, due process is still due process, you know? You can't just, like... Queen Jenna! Oh.
Minister Artniru! Your Majesty, we have to get you to safety. We need to secure the ministers, the loyal ones at least. I'll try to take care of them, but you're my priority.
I mean, considering that clearly she was right about there being treason among them.
Well,
But just because she's right doesn't mean that she didn't like have to do proper process, because like that's the point of due process, is that like you have to prove that someone is of a organization before you lock them up. Otherwise, you could just point at anybody and be like, "Yeah, you're in blah 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 gang."
Quickly.
I mean, that's the difference between house arrest and incarceration, though. Like, she's not technically imprisoning them. It was just you can't leave, because if one of you is going to, you know, try and sabotage the kingdom, I can't let you just walk out.
I guess.
It's kind of a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, I think she was towing the law.
Cover me while I set up this defensive barrier.
She put all her toes into towing that lot.
Yeah, all 10 bear toes. I didn't even mean to make that. That was an accident that I just rolled with.
That was a happy accident. Bab Ross approves.
If only Logan was here.
You know, maybe running into like a field of enemies wasn't the best idea as a DPS.
Yeah, no, leave that to me. How dead are you?
I was okay until a second ago.
Oh, okay. Well.
Now I'm not great.
But yeah, welcome to the stream. I confirm.
Oh, there's a portal opening Mesmer.
Where's the queen?
Another Mesmer. Smash it.
That is the question.
Wait, I think we've lost the queen. Oh, she's all the way back there. Fuck.
I mean, she has almost all of her health.
Yeah, but she's literally like she was surrounded by
I mean, if she didn't want to get hit by enemies, she'd have just got out the way.
Actually looking for new Guild Wars 2 players to cheer them on. You guys look cozy. Well, I mean, Beartron's only been playing Guild Wars 2 for like a year. Like he started doing this when like I started streaming this. I've wanted.
Yeah, we actually started this one together.
Yeah, I've been wanting to stream shit with Beartron for like forever. When we used to live in the same area, there was a time period where we were gonna like make a Let's Play group.
Good. Then to the throne room. We can easily defend it. The last
one
is just outside there.
The artifact still exists on YouTube. We only released like one Let's Play, and it was very badly done. But it was called F Grade Gaming, and I called myself Funky, and then Beartron, you called yourself Ratchet. And then we had and then we had a friend that is no longer a friend of mine, and she just called herself Fox. What are you doing? She's got a defensive barrier over this way, but I am not in the right location. I am.
Something is over here.
Yeah, I am in fact wrong. But yeah, I'm staying with the queen. But yeah, thank you for saying that we're cozy. I'm glad. We're very cozy.
We try to be
also,
cozy
like,
and random.
It is we are a beautiful quilt in which there is a rabid animal inside. So like you're nice and warm, but every so often where we say things out of pocket. I get all the masters just to grind some stuff here. Yeah, I don't know. I need to get more masters for like Tyria, because like the bar for me is like completely filled, but I don't have enough mastery points to actually level anything up. Every so often I do damage. Yes.
Head to the throne room.
Yeah, you'll have that.
Yeah, it happens.
Psychic damage.
That's just part of friendship. Ow.
Okay, you're with the queen.
Yeah, I never left the queen.
Oh, I want a champion watch knight to follow me around. That thing's huge.
Yeah, like. We gotta. I do love that Queen Jenna is a badass. Oh wait, I deviated. I think she can't. Jenna? Okay, I was like, Jenna? My queen?
You expect the queen to walk downstairs?
Well, I jumped over the railing. I underestimated how much parkour she's allowed.
Jenna, that's enough.
Yeah, you can only do so much parkour in your bare feet.
Estelle.
Of this illegitimate ruler, or stand by her side and be judged by my fire.
Estelle, what a surprise. Who could have seen this coming? You?
I don't think that that's Jenna,
Maybe
by
you.
the way. I hypothesize that it's Annalise.
Did you?
Because Annalise
And
is the
you, my
mesmer.
friend?
Mesmer.
Were you surprised?
I don't.
Get back here, you! I hate to break it to you, but I won't run as easily. I was honored when Codicus tapped me for the job of regicide. And I will
Minister
see it to
Estelle,
its
your
Is that Reggie
toes
Rock's
looks-
brother?
Logan? Logan?
Captain Thackeray, beyond brave as always, but I need you leading the defense of the city. I'll handle this bloated tick.
Handle me? You can't move. This hamstrung doormat is your only hope. And I'm about
Logan
to
giggity,
kill
yeah.
him.
My queen!
Him out of his
My queen!
sick Estelle. What? The whole ministry knew it.
You'll regret that slight.
Damn you!
Yay! I hope
She
goes down
said,
quick.
yeah,
That'd
about
be
that
fun.
berry.
Whoa,
No.
whoa, hey! Put me in a fucking blender. I'm not that kind of cabbage! Or kale, whatever. You can't smoothie this bitch. Speaking of which, I tried a new smoothie place.
Yum.
It was kind of weird and bougie.
That's the last of them then. For now.
That was an impressive show, Your Majesty.
It was.
What is he
like
wearing?
Smashing things to solve your problems.
Oh,
I never
okay.
want to take up
Bandages.
arms against one of
Yeah,
my subjects,
he's
but,
looking the most
I
fetching
think
that he
I
could
might
ever
be
do.
quite suited for your
You know,
lifestyle.
I'll save you a spot
a
in
little
Dragon's Watch if you
bandages
ever
and titty
decide
blood to
step
get the
down.
juices flowing.
Very kind.
Yeah.
Now, what's the situation outside the city?
The White Mantle Army is making a push from the lake, but we don't know the full extent of their numbers.
Yeah, look at
I'm
that.
headed down to set up
His
a command
nipples
tent
are
at
bleeding.
Dork's Landing.
It's good to see you on your feet again. I'll meet you there.
Great.
Little
We could
tasteful
use
nipple
that.
blood.
Talk to Lieutenant
Yeah.
Fours in the Plaza
He's-
of Lissa. I'll make
he's
sure you're
lactating.
granted access to the battlefield.
Logan, please don't slow your recovery by doing something like getting
If you're
yourself
lactating blood, you might need to see a doctor.
and watch out for the
Well, he
wounds.
has the
I am
bandages. He likes pain? Oh, he likes pain and toes.
Look at this.
So pretty.
Good for him.
There's liking pain, and then there's liking red zone.
Greetings.
All right, I'm gonna. Logan, how you doing? Thank you for protecting the queen when I couldn't. I'm happy to help. How are you feeling? Recovery has been slow. The blighting pod changed me. Not my mind, but my body feel. Could have went without that knowledge. Please don't tell me how your body feels. Left different.
I saw Jenna's feet, and my body got all tingly.
My body feels different. My nipples bleed now. It's good to see you, Logan. I was worried. Don't worry about me, Commander. We have a war to fight. The White Mantle are pushing into Divinity's Reach from the east. Are there civilians that will need our aid? A great many of them, and all at the mercy of the White Mantle. They will need our full support. Then we should go at once. See you soon. Take care of those bleeding, achy nipples.
Everybody, give F's in chat for Logan's nipples.
May the Six watch over you.
I have an F.
The Six are watching over them titties.
Maybe. Wait, were we done?
My queen.
I'm on duty.
I think, yeah. I think we're done here. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like, I am do-do-do-do-do.
Well, where is the lake access?
Yeah, where is Lake Doric? Ah. I have to talk to the lieutenant, and I do not have the waypoint for where he is on this character. So I gotta hoof it.
Speaking of, where is he?
He's at the Lissa waypoint.
Yeah. Well, at least that one's not too hard to get to.
Yeah, it's just in the corner here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna need to end the stream soon because I need to well, I was gonna say I need to have some semblance of a sleep schedule I can recover from because my recital is early in the day. We're not ending the stream just yet. You don't need to leave us. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, how far in are we for this part of the chapter? Because it might make sense to just finish this up and then. Yeah, I think we just started.
Yeah, I would say at least end at 1 o'clock. Yeah, thank you for the feet. A good stream. Wait, are you trying, Sim? Are you trying to do the person that's like on their hands and knees? How do they do it? How do this? Yeah, this one. Look at it. He's got a bodacious ass. Even doing that cake. Oh, oars. Yeah, oars. Yeah, but I want to do this one. I want to do OR2 because that gives it cake. Look at that. Look at that butt. Yeah.
Access to Lake Doric is currently restricted. Please come back later. I have orders from Captain Thackeray to meet him in Doric's Landing. Oh, Commander. My apologies. I have to say that to everyone. Please, go right ahead. And good luck. Not a problem. Let's go.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, this place looks fun. I had my heater on.
I guess I have to speak to the lieutenant as well.
Oh.
Glad you're here, Commander. We could use your help.
This place looks fun.
Right.
Keep go going through it.
Yeah, I didn't know there was this entire hell sitting off here to the side of the whole like city.
That's why no one is allowed on this side. Like, it's just like the one guy is like the pillar.
Oh, Quaggan refugees. Fucking. Fuck
Ooh.
off. Fuck off.
All I heard was ooh.
They can go fuck themselves. I hate you. I hate the Quaggan so much. I hate them.
Just remember. Woo.
Ooh, big fucking whoop.
Ooh, white mantles. What's that look like?
Oh, not sword. It's scroll. Okay.
There's a big old scroll. It'd take days to read, even longer to wipe my ass with. This is the Charmin Ultra that those bears dream about when they have wet dreams.
Hmm.
Yeah, see? Look at that.
Oh, these are the portal scrolls. I see now.
What does that do? Living World Portal Scrolls inside of the tomb. It's an ascended backpack. Ooh, obsidian.
Okay, and then you put it in, and then you can use it from the tome book. I see.
Farewell.
Huh. I love skipping toll fees.
Your golem is just trying to fight fire.
What it, I don't know what it's doing.
It's trying to fight fire. This.
So it would seem.
Your golem okay, dude?
We could use an extra pair of hands to
No.
deliver these rations to soldiers around the base.
No.
If you find other ration crates scattered around the ships along the piers, you can drop them off here too.
Alright, so we need to go to Logan's tent.
Giggity.
Yeah.
So, the most unenthused. Yeah.
Oh man, he doesn't have his shirt on. Oh wait, he does. He put his shirt on. He just didn't. I guess he was just caught indisposed.
He knows what he did.
Jenna, look at my body. Look
Yeah,
at my
he knows
abs
what
and
he
bleeding nipples.
Welcome to Lake Doric, Commander. What's left of it. The locks alone will take years to rebuild. But that worry can wait. Right now, our focus is repelling the siege and saving as many lives as we can.
And once that's through, we crush Codicus into a fine paste.
I don't believe we've been introduced.
Turns out the Char hate Codicus just as much as we do.
Yay!
This is Legionnaire Amelia
Relatability!
Steelpaw. She's volunteered her troops to help us.
The White Mantle can't be allowed to ruin everything our races have built together. This is our fight too.
Back to the
Yay.
matter at hand. There are a few key areas around Lake Doric we need eyes on. Spies have infiltrated our ranks, but I trust you beyond any doubt. So the task is yours.
You can count on me.
Word from the Seraph suggests incursions throughout Lake Doric. But for the moment, our intelligence is spotty at best. Come take a look at the map, and I'll tell you what we know. We've received reports of survivors in the forest up north, Sadra's Haven to the east, and New Loamhurst to the southeast. We have troops at the Lakeside Bazaar looking after our supply lines, but I'd like you to check in on the lines as well.
Man.
We can't allow any further devastation of this region. If you see anything else of interest, please include it in your report. Before you begin your reconnaissance, there's a Shining Blade agent south of here who wants a word with you. His name's Calden. He says he has something that'll help us win this war.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah. I think after we talk to Calden, that might be a good spot, a good stopping point for tonight.
Yeah, I think whenever we get the next, like, mini quest point done on this, we should stop.
Okay. Yeah.
Where is Calden? Somewhere down here.
Yeah.
It's good to see Captain Thackeray.
Show these whelps how it's done. Pick up a shield and
Oh.
Ah, Commander. Captain Thackeray said he'd be
Why do
sending
you
you my
sound
way.
so old?
I'm Exemplar Calden. As you're aware, the Shining Blade has been fighting the Mersat for a long, long time. Studying them too. And we've recently made a breakthrough that might help us turn the tables on the White Mantle.
we can use all the help we can get. Go on.
Being that this isn't your first run-in with Jade Constructs, I'm sure you're familiar with Spectral Agony?
Yes, I've had the pleasure of having my insides torn apart by that particular magic.
The Mersat's ability to phase between our world and the Mists allows them to tap into magics unobtainable
So
in the
much
mortal
fun.
realm. Spectral Agony is the pinnacle of this ability, and we think we've found a way to harness a form of it for our own use.
You've reproduced the powers of the Mersat.
Yes, well, in a sense, with some limitations. You see, unlike a Mersat or their constructs, you can't phase between our world and the Mists at will. But while close to death, you've already got one foot in the Mists, at death's door, as they say. Using remnants of Jade constructs, I fashioned a signet that allows you to cast Spectral Agony when you're near death.
I try to make it a habit to avoid those almost dead moments.
No, I don't.
This does sound intriguing.
But I warn you, the longer you tap into this power, the more it will pull you into the next world. Use it wisely.
Right.
Once you've had a
I'm a
chance to
tank. I'm at the
familiarize yourself with
forefront.
the signet, come see me if you'd like an advanced demonstration.
Okay. So I think now would be a good time to end the stream for today, because now this is like a thing that's like our next stream will be us like going all over this map. What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah, this is probably a good spot.
Yeah, because if we keep going, I think we'll end up going for like another hour. And I need to not stay up any later than like 1 or 1:30, because I'm gonna have to get up early-ish for Saturday. So I don't want to fuck up my recital because I'm tired.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely what you don't want to do.
Yeah. So anyway.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think we made some great progress today.
Yeah.
We are on chapter 4. There's only 6 chapters.
Yep.
So
We
we're about halfway
Path
through.
of Fire. I'm really excited for that because that one's great. I love Path of Fire.
Yeah, I can't wait until we get the rest of the mounts unlocked.
Yeah, like. Yeah, I think you'll really like that. Do you have any of the? Did you go ahead and buy some skins yet?
Yeah, I have skins. I just don't have access to the mounts.
Which ones did you buy?
I think I got a skiff mount in a pack somewhere. I know I have a jackal skin. I want to say I know I have a skin for the what's it called? The skimmer.
I've got like a couple.
I got stiffs.
Skiffs? Oh, I haven't bought any boats. I don't know which one I want. I don't know what boat I want. I did buy. I don't have the the flying... What is this? The sky scale? I don't have that mount, but I did buy the Regal Moth while it was available. I want for the Griffin. They don't have the kind of thing that I want because I have my own image in my head about when I think of a Griffin, what I imagine. Because I don't know if I've mentioned very much, but there is a fantasy book that was very critical in my development as a human being. And that was a book called The Two Princesses of the Mar by Gail Carson Levine, who is the same author. Those of you may be familiar with the book Ella Enchanted, or like that, she wrote that. She wrote a lot of fantasy books. And when I was reading, like I read this when I was in 4th grade, and whenever I was reading about the Griffins,
no longer affects us dwarves.
I imagined that the Griffins had this
so you
sort
get
of
smoother instead of wrinkly.
Vulture-like quality, with like a some sort of mix between like a griffin and like a vulture, like that sort of look to it. I didn't really imagine like this sort of regal owl nonsense, or not nonsense, but this regal like owls or things like that. Because the whole point of like the book was that like these, outside of like the safety of villages, there was like lots of like wild and like terrifying monsters that were outside of the cities. But yeah, that book series, that book really shaped who I am as a person, to the point that like to this day, when I have that moment of hesitation that you feel before like you're gonna go do something, like I still strengthen myself with words from that book, which is like I've mentioned this to you, Beartron. I think I've mentioned it before. Step follows step, hope follows courage. Set your face toward danger, set your heart on victory. And yeah, that's like a core memory for me, a core part of myself. Have I
Gotcha.
Like when I was going, like especially when I was going through what I went through when I was 16, like facing all of the PTSD and like the phobias that I had developed during that time period, like I would quote that quote to myself to help me get through it, and to like do exposure therapy and shit. But yeah, so I think this is a good place to stop. So are you gonna do the raid?
Yeah, I can do it. Let's
For
see
me,
who's around.
like I think about it too much, and there's like an eeny meeny miny mo sort of thing, and like I don't know anybody who, like, it's easier for me if I just throw the dart at like, oh hey, person that I know or is streaming, but you know.
I also just realized this entire time. This. Not that it matters. It was one where I could see my stream still, but wrong button. Nope, that's also the wrong button.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed like directly after this. I didn't even eat the cookies or drink the milk that I got. I had like 2 cookies, which I guess that's okay.
Two's not bad.
Guys, had fun as usual. Been a good year on Guild Wars and hope to do more with you. Yeah! Yeah! I also...
Yeah, it's been a great year.
Yeah.
And I look stunning.
I'm glad with this one. I gave, like, a little bit of blue texture there on Le Titas. I don't know why I had to, like, say it that way. That's weird.
Alright, I started the raid.
Okay.
So for anyone on mine, until next time.
What if Sylvaris could lactate sap? Like maple syrup.
And that would be a different one for sure.
You're like, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Or like resin. Like what if they nut
resin. And like pine. Anyway, well, this is certainly something to end the stream with. Yeah. Just keep that close.
Impressive. You fight like a natural-born dwarf.
Keep that close to your hearts.
Learn from the best.
Sylvari, maple syrup. Oh, hey! That'd be something. As a Sim is Canadian, so like he gets to think about that with his maple syrup. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! You're welcome, Sim. You're welcome. I don't know if he's... Yeah. Alright.
Alright. Till next time, everyone. It's been your host, Beartron009, and DandelionFunky VT.
I don't know whether we're sharing the chat still. Anyway, bye!